Greetings and welcome to our ESPORT1 CEE Adriatic qualifier for Dota 2. With you tonight is myself, Savi, and of course Jutranio, and big thanks to our sponsors, Mimaverste and Mall.hr. So yeah, Dota 2 Adriatic qualifier. We don't get to see players from this region play a lot of Dota. There aren't a lot of tournaments here, so we are excited to see what they bring up, what the meta will be. Jutranio, you want to talk maybe what the current meta is in the world? What picks maybe do we expect here in this qualifier? You think they will follow the current?
We'll see. These aren't. I don't think these are very well practiced teams. Like, I'm not sure that we might see some meta picks. Of course, we might see the top carries. We might see Dawnbreaker, Marcy, just the pub monsters in these games. But likely it'll be that the captain or whoever's drafting is going to ask their carry, "Hey, which hero do you want to play?" And they'll pick that. It might be a meta pick. It might not be. We'll see. But there's definitely going to be some trends that are going to pop up here. But also likely it's going to be some pocket picks like, "Oh, I want to play mid Shadow Fiend," or "I want to play Tinker" or something.
Yeah, I mean, probably Shadow Fiend right now, maybe it's not the hottest pick for mid, but it can always be good. Maybe Tinker after the nerfs is still
these two are not strong picks. I don't think so, no. But
yeah, in the current meta, they aren't picked at all. Yeah, so you pointed it out well. Probably we'll see. We don't know the players, we don't know the teams, we don't know basically the region right now, so we don't know what to expect. Maybe this is just a bunch of high elo solo queue players getting together for the tournament. Maybe they are actually practicing together, like you pointed out. Maybe carry, you want to play, I don't know, Spectre, you want to play, like you said, some of the top picks. The pocket picks here usually come out.
The other option is also like maybe you have, like, it's a spread of people. Maybe it's some high MMR players. It's like top 200 in Europe or something. But then you have the fourth guy or like the fifth guy who's maybe, I don't know, only ancient or something. And they might be really good on 3 heroes and like really good on 3 heroes. But you might, I don't know, draft around them. Who knows? Like these, it's very hard to do any kind of concrete prediction here, I think, especially as I don't think either of us knows these teams that well. I don't think they've played much professional games thus far. So
yeah, and I like how you pointed out maybe some top 200 elo players and some friends who are lower ranks. We might see quite a big skill gap on some matchups. Of course, that could happen, like mid diff, you know, or something like that. You have a 200 top Europe player playing versus somebody who's maybe 4K MMR. Yeah, there's probably gonna be a big difference in how the lane develops, right?
There might be some blowouts, but probably not, like, as far as prediction goes. Mid lane's gonna be where the strong players are. But there might be some like safe lane, off lane matchups where it's some like this could also not happen. Like maybe it's all top elo players, no problem. But I'm really interested in how these drafts are gonna go. What kind of meta? Like, I'm sure at least some of the. So we have 3 games coming up today, 3 best of ones. Yeah, probably some teams are going to look at what their potential opponents are doing, to at least know what to pick, what to ban, because
like scout. Sorry.
I mean, there is a meta where like the top picks like Marcy or I don't know, some top mid laners like
Shen, I know on the pro scene is the most contested support right now, right? And Viper is picked pretty often. Unsurprising to most, he's a really strong laner, right?
Yeah, I mean,
different roles.
The first picks and bans could be those heroes, but it could also be if you know, oh, we're playing against this team, we know their lowest ranked player plays these heroes, we're gonna ban those. Like that's also something that could happen.
obviously you see a player like he has 1,000 games on let's say Zeus, and like the next hero Ember Spirit is 200 and he's their mid laner. Obviously you're gonna ban Zeus, even though you might think it's not the best option to ban, but sometimes removing the comfort pick from a player could be really beneficial, right? But like as we said, we don't know how the teams are gonna play, we don't know the skill level, we know nothing about their meta. But let's talk about the general pro level meta right now. You talked about some of the topics. Let's touch them maybe for each position. What are the actual highly contested let's say champions for the specific role? For the mid lane, you said like Shadowfiend, you know, in the past he was one of the strongest carries, not right now obviously. What do you expect?
Like for mid lane, I don't know, with the recent patch I haven't... Sorry?
Yeah, do you expect a patch pick? I know that LGD just played it at the major on the position 1, but patch is obviously a hero that can fill many roles, iconic Dota 2 hero. Do you expect a patch pick maybe here in this tournament? I mean, obviously we don't know, but...
If I had to bet, I would say no, but...
Okay.
If I had to bet... I don't know, maybe I'm too old for this, like, for these Pudge carries, because in my mind, Pudge is still the guy who's the hero who gets picked in pubs to go mid and lose the lane and then do some hooks, you know? Like,
yeah, good analysis.
Very good. No, but honestly, I don't think it'll mostly be safe picks here as far as the meta is concerned, but
yeah, so what are the meta picks for mid right now in your eye? I know you said you haven't checked the latest patch, but like...
Yeah, like I don't know if how the new Puck nerf with the orb, if that fundamentally changed anything or not. Like, it allows Puck to refill his bottle now, which is new, but there's probably going to be like Ember Spirit, Void Spirit, Puck, maybe some
TA? Yeah,
TA is mostly been played as a safe lane carry nowadays. Honestly, I can't remember last time TA was picked for mid, but if we go to safe lane picks, there's TA, there's
obviously
there's
Faceless Void can always be
Faceless Void, Troll Warlord.
I know Faceless Void is really strong in this patch. Like, a lot of pros are just saying it's one of the best. But
yeah, now that people have started building a shard on him before the second rush, not just like, oh, I really want to kill the second rush to get this shard, it'll really help me out, but I don't want to buy it. And now they've started buying it as like a second, third item.
You know what, I also, sorry to go back to the mid lane, I also noticed like a lot of top teams are picking melee, like tanky heroes, not necessarily patch for mid, but like Tusk has been a mid laner now, very popular. Maybe not in the latest patch, but like in the latest major, he was picked a lot for mid. So do you maybe expect, or like Tiny, stuff like that, to actually Dawnbreaker?
Tiny and Dawnbreaker are definitely going to be picked, but those two are very flexible, so they could be an off lane, a support Tiny, almost anything. Maybe not carry, but yeah, there's a lot of options. Dawnbreaker is also very flexible. Marcy, I think I saw somewhere that people are running it safe lane in high-level pubs, but I haven't looked into it. I don't know. I was watching. I was watching some TI qualifiers yesterday, but there was some really weird picks there with an off-lane Undying, I think, top of the net worth at like 50 minutes. Mid-Tusk, not even taking tag team.
Mid-Tusk is now, I think, one of the biggest meta picks for mid lane. Like, LGD picks it, Team Spirit picks it. It's a highly contested pick right now. Obviously because of the strong CC, right? You go the Desolator and you did tons of damage with the ultimate.
Yeah, definitely. But I know, I'm really having a hard time like saying, yeah, these teams are going to pick this or these teams are not going to pick this.
Yeah, obviously we don't know. This is just like trying to analyze what the meta right now is. So,
I mean, what other popular picks are there? There's let's see. So we went over mid. We got like the spirits. We got Tusk. We got maybe Pudge even.
Maybe Void Spirit also.
Yeah, Void Spirit.
Ember
definitely.
Spirit. Yeah. All the spirits, like you said, there are a lot of options for mid, and maybe, hopefully, we'll see a strong Invoker player, right? That's always a pleasure to watch. But yeah, let's.
Yeah, an Invoker would be fun to see. Also, we'll probably see some Bristleback. It's been nerfed, but it's still probably going to be. It could be a safe lane or off lane pick.
Yeah, I think Bristleback even after the nerfs is really strong, and like in pub games, especially in like the lower elos, like Bristleback getting out of control is basically GG. You know, he gets agonyms, the goo goes everywhere. He's unkillable. He kills the whole team. I mean, it's just absurd. His auto attacks do 600 extra damage with the agonyms sometimes. Like
yeah, but it's only at like 25. But still, yeah. Also, Mars is a popular pick as well as Night Stalker for the off lane.
Yeah, yeah.
We might see, this is maybe Beastmaster or Lycan, but these are a bit more micro-intensive.
If somebody is like good on them, maybe some split push tactics, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's also like, maybe someone's going to pick a Morphling. It's a really difficult hero to play. What with, it's like not exactly a Rubik, but still you gotta know every other hero, which spells to take, what their cast time is, when to shift, stats, all that stuff. I don't know, like, mostly I'm thinking cores. I don't know for the supports what we're going to see here exactly. Like, we could see, for the fours at least, there's so many greedy picks. I mean, greedy. Doom is not that greedy, but still, it's not like a traditional support. Like, he's going to get a lot of money, so it's basically under half of a core with a Doom. Maybe some Clockworks or, I don't know.
For the roaming, right? Maybe Earth Spirit, maybe? On some
Might
roamer.
be, but very difficult to play in comparison to, like, I don't know, Shadow Shaman or Lion or something.
True. Yeah, the supports are obviously... I mean, on the support role, you have a lot of different options, which kind of answer different questions, right? You have, I know Bane is still really popular, like Winter Wyvern we can see something like that. We can also see an Undying on 4 and just focus on the lane, right? Just like the terrifying Undying Viper lane, we can see that on an off lane. Like, what can you even do versus that?
Interesting. See if we saw Undying 4. Wait, just a second. I think I'm in the wrong lobby. Sorry.
Yeah, it's no problem, but like you said, a lot of different options, a lot of different heroes. Of course, Dota 2 has over 100, and I don't know how many at this time, like 150, 55, I don't really know the exact number, but a lot of heroes. And the general thesis about Dota 2, if you don't know it, is everything is broken. Nothing is dumbed down. Like, you have the Chronosphere, so many champions are fundamentally broken, or their ultimates are kind of game-changing, and it all depends on, like we already pointed out, what the players are comfortable on, what their skill level is, what are their pocket picks, like are they Winter Wyvern main, and of course you can play against that ultimate, right? You just need to understand and build towards it, like take positions in team fights to not get caught with your, I don't know, carry, like destroying the mid laner or something like that.
Yeah, it's always like, I mean, depending on what kind of game you're used to, lots of games don't have, I don't know, this, let's say, for example, Bane, who has like a 5-second ulti stun, just like across the screen. Yeah, you're stunned. That's it.
Yeah.
Or late game, I don't know, Shadow Shaman, who can also basically chain stun you for 10 seconds, which is absurdly long compared to not just like, I don't know, most MOBA games, but also like any other kind of multiplayer game. There's very, very few games where you can be disabled, as in you can't do anything against this for that long.
Yeah, often you have to rely on your teammates, right, to get you out of those tough spots, or like have your support build something, stand in a good position, and I don't know, when Chronosphere hits before the BKB timing, just heal him or something like that. You know, you need to.
Yeah, there's lots of options, lots of.
You need to rely on the team, right? Often in Dota 2.
You absolutely need to rely on the team. Everyone's relying on the team, the towers, your base, everyone, even your teammates. It's gonna be, like, I know you mentioned earlier an Undying 4. That's like really wondering how that looks like, because even that, I saw an offlane Undying who's farming, making an armlet Echo Saber, which still to me is an absurd. Like, I watched it it went well, but it still seems like an absurd item build to me. Usually it was like Undying is a position 5 because there's no way you can farm fast enough on him. But he did get a few changes now with his with the decay doing a bit more damage. I don't know if that's enough to be able to play as a 5, because I don't know. I'm trying to imagine how a 4 Undying, for example, would look like, but I still have like all these railroad ideas of how each hero plays. We might see like which heroes we're gonna see is definitely gonna depend on counter picking. Like there's some very hard counters. Like if there's a Pangolier, Bane's gonna be either picked or banned almost definitely. Like you'll see probably teams picking up the hero and the counter for that hero in the same pick if they get the, like if the team has the second and third pick, for example.
Or banning it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, or like banning it and then picking it, because you really don't want to play, for example, Medusa versus Anti-Mage or Storm Spirit versus Anti-Mage, or.
I mean, you can do that, but your whole draft needs to rely on basically ending the game fast. But yeah, Medusa never ends the game fast, right? Anti-Mage will get another farm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not like. Yeah, I mean, there's one thing is the timing, yeah, because Anti-Mage is a hero who's going to do things at about 25-30 minutes when he gets his BKB after the Battle Fury and Manta or something, if he has a good game. But even in the late game, he's going to have, depending on, of course, everything else, but generally Anti-Mage is really strong versus Medusa because he burns her mana, for example. Right?
Yeah, obviously, and she needs it. Yeah.
Just makes him not just do the 50-something mana burn, but also the mana shield would have blocked 200 damage. So it's like, oh yeah, you have an agility hero whose passive is he deals 250 damage to this hero on every auto attack. That's like a passive. That's very strong, for example.
No, it's like you said, the counter pick. That's why I also mentioned maybe like bully lanes. I still think Undying 4 is a strong pick. I mean, in terms of the bully potential, and like paired up with Viper, you go versus Anti-Mage. I think he needs to lane swap instantly. Like he will get no farm in the early stages, right? Undying could basically tower dime him on level 4 with Viper if they so choose. Obviously, on high level team games, we will have TPs to help. We'll have more team coordination, maybe even a tri-lane to help Anti-Mage get that early farm, to get him the Battle Fury, to get him into the jungle. But yeah, it all depends on what the teams really want to do. What are their comfort picks? Will they follow the meta? Like Shen, I mentioned it before as a support. I think he's the hottest contested pick right now, but a very high skill ceiling hero. It's not for everyone. You need to be good on him. You need to micro good. You need to control the creeps. It's basically not necessarily the top tier meta will reflect on our region, right? Is what I meant to say.
We might see some picks, we might not. There's also, when we were talking about 4s and 5s, we've seen pro teams do this as well. It's like they might have a hero start on the off lane as a support there, but then the safe lane, the support who was in the safe lane, who's usually a 5, will be the one who gets the farm later on. So we might even see that, or we might see some lane swaps. Talking about lanes, we probably won't see tri-lanes. I don't think that's the meta at the moment.
No, it's not. It's not. No.
It's not. It hasn't been for a long while yet, but we'll see. Like, lots of things could happen.
Yeah, just wanted to point out, I remember the Undying Echo Saber, like, I saw that thing in pubs. I think it's like, right now, it should be some kind of a thing that streamers do or something like that. Echo Saber is, in general, a really strong item, right, for a lot of heroes, like Kunkka, like Chaos Knight. Not saying we will see those champs, but also Tiny, of course.
Echo Saber is a very good pick for a lot of strength heroes because, like, it's a good item. It's a nice build-up. You get some mana regen and stats, but also you can disassemble it into. Oh, right.
It looks like
we have a tournament. We have the teams in the lobby ready to go.
So looks like Nosebleeds from Bosnia and Herzegovina will go against Rijeka Snova live from Croatia. This will be our first match, ladies and gentlemen, in our CEE Champions Adriatic qualifier, powered by Intel and of course Mimoverse and Mall.hr. So I think we're just waiting for the game to load up and we'll be in it in a sec.
That's right. The players are just making sure everyone's ready, and then we'll begin the draft. For our first game of the day, again, it's a best of one, captain's mode, of course. We will see who will come out on top, Nosebleeds or Rijeka Snova live.
Yeah, and maybe we can scout a few of the players, check their elo, check what kind of a game this will be, right? Because we have no idea what to expect. We have no idea what level they will be on, and looks like we're back. So the players aren't yet ready for the match, and we can go on talking about Eco Saber on certain heroes, right?
Why is it strong? Why is Eco Saber strong? Good build-up, strong item, lets you auto-attack more, and also
gives you burst.
Gives you burst, yeah. But then also you can disassemble it into a BKB, which is everyone's favorite item.
Mm-hmm. And also, like, it procs, you know, a lot of important stuff. Let's say Slardar. I know it's not the maybe default build on Slardar right now, but you can get your bash quicker, right? On Tiny, we know what Eco Saber does on Tiny. Like flash farming is, and Tiny is basically the same picture, right? So yeah, okay, but considering Eco Saber. We will see. What about Kumka? You think that's a viable option?
We're gonna see in a few minutes because the draft started. We're here. We're live.
So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Bans are on the way. We have 20 seconds for the first team to ban. I think they are. This is the team Nosebleeders from Bosnia and Herzegovina. They banned Omni Knight. Okay, interesting. Obviously, a strong hero can go on many roles. Usually played as an offlane, right? I think the days of Omni Knight Radiance are over though, but you never know what we're gonna get.
We're not gonna get it this game because he's banned, but
yeah, obviously.
Yeah, just need to make sure. I think the Radiant is the Croatian team because they had 3 people with HR Pro guild, probably, but
True.
I don't know. Okay, yeah, Radiant.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah.
The Radiant is Rijeka Snova live, and the Dire is Nosebleeders.
Yeah, and let's see, Visage was banned for Nosebleeders. Then we have Shen banned. That's basically like they're following the meta right now.
Yeah, the meta is easy to follow for the first bans. So
yeah, that was my prediction, right? The Shen. I said Shen will be banned or picked probably every game, at least if they follow the pro scene right now, right?
5 seconds remaining.
But let's see. We're going into reserve time for the second ban here for Nosebleeders already. A bit unusual, like, maybe they're. Oh, the Undying ban.
Yeah, that's yeah.
We went to all this trouble hyping up the Undying. Oh, is he going to be a 4 or 5? He's gone. He's not here. So,
like, he's a lane bully. He's a lane, a game ender. You know, we picked a scaling comp. Undying can end the game in the 30-35 minute range, right? So it makes sense right here. I expect a Viper ban as well because who wants to lane versus Viper? Maybe get solo kill, maybe get no farm. Oh, and a Dead Prophet insta pick. Of course, Dead Prophet usually a mid laner, but can go off lane, can even go position 1 if you have a strong physical like carry on the mid or something like that. But usually, right, this is picked for mid. But it would be surprising if Dead Prophet was first picked for mid.
It's a flexible pick. It can be mid, it can be off lane. They could play it as a 4 potentially. The Spirit Siphon is nice. The Silence is strong. If you're not the core, you can scale it up earlier because you don't need a Crypt Swarm as bad for farming.
Yeah.
Mostly I've seen the Prophet as a 3 in most pro games, so but also as a mid. We'll see what happens, but it's a strong pick. Also flexible enough if they start counter-picking that they could shift it down from the mid position to lower.
Yeah, that's that's always nice, right? When you have a strong pick that's really flexible. Like you said, it's unusual to pick a mid laner first, but if he sees a good lane matchup, maybe he'll go into it. If he sees there might be trouble on mid lane, he can basically go off lane, he can go support, like everything's open. And you know, that Prophet, he gets too much farm, nobody can kill him. Dazzle, not really surprising, a strong pick for a lot of years now. Like the poison touch also makes him kind of a lane bully. Has no hard CC, right? Has no real escape.
He gets the shard. It's a very strong shard on him. He gets 1 second AoE hex on his poison touch.
Oh, that's true. And right now, the strong shard heroes in the current meta are strong because shard is cheap. It's 1,400 gold, right? So yeah, that's true. The hex on shard and the Dawnbreaker, not really surprising. And Tusk, we also mentioned this. Both of the heroes were called out as the strong picks right now. Tusk can be mid lane, can be off lane, can also be roaming for Dawnbreaker, usually farms, but also can be mid, can be even position 1, position 2, obviously, and off lane. So strong meta picks right now from these teams.
Yeah, you're right. This is nothing that surprising. There's no out of nowhere picks. Maybe a bit early for some of these because if you're picking cores, usually you don't pick them first phase.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to get them countered. Yeah, but these are strong picks.
Yeah, in Tusk, you know, both are flexible, at least for the split guys, right, for the Croatians. Meanwhile, also on the side of the Bosnian lads, kind of strong. We see Tiny Band, Mpak Band, even after the changes. I still believe him to be very strong. Tiny Band surprises nobody. Like, that's the...
Yeah,
like, Tiny was strong in Dota 1.
Tiny's always been fun. He's had periods where he hasn't been that strong, but right now he's still strong enough to warrant a ban. Puck is probably just a ban that you don't want to play against. Puck mid as a Tusk. He can jump over the shards 2 different ways. He can
safely farm, right, versus basically anyone.
Yeah. And there's the Viper and Juggernaut bans.
Yeah, Viper was also called out. I was fairly certain you don't want a first pick or second pick Viper, obviously. I mean, you can do it, but it makes sense right now to be banned for the Bosnian side because Viper can usually even bully Dazzle, who's very strong on lane. Usually nobody can auto-trade with him, right, when Poison Touch is up in the early stages, but Viper might be one of those champs. And Juggernaut is one of the first real hard carries being banned, and Void Spirit for mid lane. Both sensible, both meta, right? Juggernaut has seen a lot of success on the pro scene right now.
Yeah, they don't want to have any strong heroes who can chain stun or like burst people down right now. They banned Tiny, they banned Void, Juggernaut, maybe not that much, but still a nice strong pick to avoid magic damage. We'll see the last ban from the Dire now from Nosebleeds. They're going into reserve time for this. They've used up a lot of it. They're only down to 1 minute 10 seconds. And that's a Razor ban.
It's there to be used, right? If they need to think about it, if they need to talk about it, they have the reserve time, it's their right to use it. And Razor ban, I mean, Razor always been a good champion, obviously can go on a lot of different lanes as well, but mostly played as a position 1 or 2, right? Hard carry, getting a lot of farm.
It's the position 1 Razor who rushes BKB, Refresh, or Aghanims maybe. It's very strong. But both of these, both Viper and Razor, are basically in the laning stage the same hero. They're gonna win the lane. That's like the main thing they do for the first 15 minutes. Later off they split off, but if they weren't banned, you could get one auto lane win with one of these.
Yeah, and also with the Undying being banned, we see like Nosebleeds are basically maybe relying on her late game. We will see if they will pick a heavy scaling carry champion, because Viper, Undying and Razor banned from their side, so a lot of early pressure. They don't want to deal with it on the lanes, and now it's their time to lock in another champion in the reserve time. Still thinking about it.
Yeah, now it's very low. Usually you want to save at least some of it for the last pick because you can get some good counter picking there. They're down to 20 seconds now. But I guess they're figuring this whole draft hinges on this one pick. Which hero is it going to be? Nyx.
Oh, Nyx Assassin! What? I did not see it coming. Where is the Nyx Assassin going? Is he going mid?
No,
Is
this
that
is a
an
support.
offlane Nyx?
This is a support Nyx.
pick?
Almost. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's no
Okay.
way. I would be surprised if they play this as an offlaner. There's no way it's a mid or safe lane.
I mean, Dazzle can 5, obviously, but usually, like, Dazzle is more comfortable on the 4th position, you know, trying to bully the safe laner from the opponents. But, yeah, you're right.
Or
do you
five
think...
to secure the safe lane for the carry, whoever it is going to be. It might be Dawnbreaker, but Dawnbreaker could also
I don't
be
think
a...
so, yeah.
At the moment, I think it's going to be the Dazzle is 5, Nyx is the 4, and Dawnbreaker
Yeah, probably.
the op-
Yeah, I would say Dawnbreaker can go mid if the matchup will be good, but obviously, say offlane will always be strong, and I think the 5 Dazzle and 4 Nyx is probably correct. I mean, Nyx can obviously go mid. We know it's not maybe the strongest thing, but he has the roaming potential, right? He has the invisibility. It's
Yeah,
not
that would be
comfortable.
very surprising to
unusual.
see him score, though, yeah. And the third
Okay,
pick for Radiant,
Marcy,
yeah,
like,
that's a strong
top of the
hero.
meta right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
like top of the meta. She deals crazy amounts of damage even as a support if he gets like just a bit of items. Like her stats scale insanely with her abilities, right?
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and also even if she doesn't get any items, it's a strong support. Like I thought it was going to be worse now that they've switched it up with the dispatch and the I don't even know what it's called, the jump. They switched which one does a slow, which one does a stun. I thought it would be worse, but it ended up being another Earth Spirit where they kept shuffling around. It's almost worse now to play against, I feel, but
10
we'll see.
seconds remaining.
And the Ursa, here's their carry.
Team ban.
Here,
Yeah, Ursa. Ooh, and PL. Like
This
Ursa
is,
is.
Ursa is gonna be hunting the Phantom Lancer. Like, the Phantom Lancer can't do much against the Ursa for at least the first 20-30 minutes, maybe, depending how well their lane's going, how much they farm up. Right now, the Radiant's all, except the Death Prophet, it's all in-your-face heroes. They're gonna run up against the enemy and smash them. Even Death Prophet is a nice pick to support the other 3 heroes so far. Meanwhile, the Dire has more of a...
Late
They
game,
want...
right?
Yeah, late game. They want the eventuality that they're going to be coming out on top as long as they can hold out. The Dawnbreaker is nice to get them there. The Dazzle is there for maybe the first 5 minutes. He's going to be the star of the show in terms of how much he's going to help the team keep the lanes alive. And the Nyx is also going to be there with Dawnbreaker running around. So the first 3 picks are probably going to be the 20-25 minute gang making space for the Phantom Lancer. Meanwhile, the Raiden's going to be... The Ursa's not going to be AFKing. He's going to go for a defusal, and they're going to be pushing towers with the Death Prophet and killing anyone who dares defend.
Obviously. Like you said, Ursa. I mean, Phantom Lancer. He will need probably defusal, Manta, and maybe even another item to even start contesting Ursa.
Yeah, he might even go for like the Octarine core build or the Aether Lens with the Shard, just spamming Spirit Lances from far away, not going close at all.
Especially if they're not doing so well. Like Phantom Lancer is surprisingly good, maybe at defending the high ground with the build you just mentioned, right? Meanwhile, Lina banned for mid and Queen of Pain. They don't want to deal with any of that mid aggression because they know their lineup is pretty strong right now, especially in the early stages. The enemy team banned Pangolier. Obviously, we said about Pango, Bane is his main counter.
Yeah, I think there's Radiant is thinking Radiant's banning mid heroes because they've already have Lancer is safe lane, Dawnbreaker's off lane, then there's the 2 supports. So they want to take away strong mid heroes from the Dire. Dire thinks that all the positions except the off lane are already covered, so they're banning Pangolier and Magnus. Although Magnus is very strong with Ursa against Phantom Lancer because of the cleave. Ooh, Leshrac.
That's interesting. He's
That's
really
good,
strong versus PL.
Right? Yeah.
Destroying his illusions.
If he gets enough farm. And here we go, last pick for the Dire. Invoker!
Oh, I wanted to see the Invoker. Come on, let's bring it on. We'll see. Squami, how good his Invoker is. Like one of the mechanically harder heroes, right, in Dota to play effectively and like predict what spells you line up next.
Yeah, which build
Gonna be
to go
interesting.
to. We'll see, we'll see. I really want to see how this Invoker does. He's gonna have to carry a lot here. Because both Phantom Lancer and Invoker are pretty late game heroes. Invoker might, if he has a good game, start helping out in the mid game, but it's all gonna be on the Dawnbreaker shoulders.
Yeah, and like for now, this Leshrac pick can obviously go anywhere. What do you expect from him? You think that's a mid lane Leshrac, or is that a 4 Leshrac?
No, it's
Off lane?
mid lane or off lane Leshrac. It's the only question in my mind is if it's off lane Leshrac or Death Prophet. That's the only question left in my head. Otherwise, it's all pretty much fixed heroes, fixed roles. So let's see. Do we have?
Marcy instantly paused the game. Stream has no delay. Yeah, that should be fixed because the stream should have delay, obviously, to prevent any kind of, let's say,
Stream
ghosting
sniping.
or whatever. Stream sniping. Yeah, usually when streamers play in real time, they cover up their minimap, but that's not something we really have a big interest in doing, if you ask me. So we will probably set up. We will probably fix like 3 minutes delay here before we hop into the match. Obviously, we saw the picks. Now we can talk about them. They are pretty meta. Let's be real. Like this is what the top teams are pretty much picking. Like they banned some of the top tier meta picks, Shen, Viper, stuff like that. Tiny was banned. So how do you think right now, if we guess some of the lanes right, how do you think the matchups will go? Like Invoker playing versus Leshrac or Death Prophet, right? Is one of the questions.
Yeah, it's going to be one of these two. I don't know. It's hard to say if it's going to be Death Prophet or Leshrac. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe for the safe lane, if we're talking, we can look at Ursa with most likely Marcy. I think is going to be.
Yeah, Marcy is probably going to be 5, right?
Yeah, probably. Oh yeah, we weren't. Let's see. The Tusk. It could be the Tusk mid as well, and then maybe a Leshrac or Death Prophet, but I don't know. It's hard to say here. So it's gonna be Ursa and Marcy versus.
Personally, I think Tusk will be 4, right? I mean,
most likely in this game, yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel the matchup is Invoker versus Leshrac or Death Prophet? Who does it favor?
Honestly, it all comes down to how well the Invoker plays, I think, or which supports are going to rotate. Just as in a vacuum, I don't think it's that easy to say who's going to win. It's definitely,
obviously.
Maybe Invoker has some more advantage now since the easy camp's been removed, because it's either Leshrac or Death Prophet. They have easy spammable AoE skills that used to be able to farm the easy camp, but now it's gone. So Invoker might be a bit better than he used to be, but I don't know. If you're last picking Invoker, it's probably a very strong player on him. If you're backing your last pick on Invoker.
What do you mean? What do you think about Invoker going against Tusk? Would you be like? Would you courageously pick Tusk and go versus Invoker?
No.
I mean, melee versus range is never good, right?
If it was Tusk against Invoker, I'd say Invoker, I think. Yeah, it's melee versus range, but also Invoker has Invis, he has Cold Snap, he has a lot of spells to break up the Tusk's combo to escape, to move him away a bit. I'm more thinking about the safe lane matchup, which is probably going to be Ursa and Marcy on the Radiant versus the offlane Dawnbreaker, and most likely Nyx. It could also be Dazzle, we'll see, but most likely Nyx. Let's say almost like regardless if it's going to be Nyx or Dazzle, if either of the safe lane heroes get caught, like either Ursa or Marcy, with like a stun into stun follow up by Dawnbreaker, if they time it correctly, it's going to be very strong. But the thing is, with both Ursa and Marcy, not at level 1 or 2, because Ursa still needs to pick up the passive and then some attack speed, but the Earth Shock might be enough to get Ursa out of the Dawnbreaker hammer swing. And Marcy has her rebound skill, so she can jump away easily.
And it's kind of interesting to see the matchup where 4 melee heroes battle it out, right? If you have the Nyx and going, I mean, it depends if Dazzle is gonna be in that matchup, right? But and not, I would expect Dazzle to be there, right, supporting PL. But yeah, on the other side, like we said, Marcy and Ursa going against Nyx Assassin and Dawnbreaker. That is 4 melee heroes, and it's probably gonna be a brawl, right? It's gonna be a hard-fought battle in that lane.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter which. If you got 3-4 melee heroes in the same lane, it's not gonna be an easy, nice farming fest from one side and the other. It's gonna be stuns and trying to murder each other from the minute go almost. Especially Ursa. Ursa is the kind of hero, he wants to stack up the passive on enemy heroes. He's gonna smash. He's gonna keep pushing them out. And if you're melee,
he's an early bully, right?
Yeah.
He's one of the carries that's a really good early bully, and I think the kill potential in that lane is comes down to both sides, right? We talked about also Dawnbreaker doing a lot of damage, like his base damage on abilities is probably off the roof. That's why he's one of the top tier meta picks. And Nyx is
to be the aggressors here in this match, because if they lose the lanes and they don't snowball into the mid game, it's going to be Invoker and Phantom Lancer farming up basically for free, and then we go into the late game with a farmed up Invoker PL, which is a very strong combo against, which is very strong against the melee Ursa. Like it might, if the Death Prophet, there is a possibility that the Ursa could lose his lane and then have to catch up, and then potentially if the Leshrac and Death Prophet were strong enough, those two could make space for the Ursa to catch up, but that's not ideal. That's not what the Radiant want. The Dire, I think, is more like they're not aiming to lose the lanes or like to not to be at a disadvantage, but they are maybe expected to be at a bit of a disadvantage here going into the mid game.
Probably, I think you pointed it out well, and like that's why we saw so many early game bullies, right, banned from the Bosnian side. And PL, like we said, we all know he's I mean, he had some nerfs in the past, but he's still picked at the top level, and the late game PL is one of the strongest heroes in Dota. Maybe not the strongest, but usually when you get Diffusal, right, the whole team or like the carries run out of mana really fast. And yeah, Ursa, he can like have his swipes activated. He can like Earthshock or whatever into it, activate them again. But after that, Ursa is done, right? No more mana if PL is like on him. So I'm thinking about the heroes and which could be maybe devastated by the mana loss. But yeah, like probably if Phantom Lancer gets to 4 to 5 items like at a normal pace, this game is looking favored, right, for the Nosebleeders.
Yeah, definitely. If he gets 5 items, it's going to be a long game, and a long game favors the Dire. That's without question. But it's definitely not an out draft. Either team could win this, but it's all going to come down to how it actually plays out. So
yeah, the skill level, like the skill ceiling.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to look up these players before, but most of them have their profiles set to private, at least in game.
Yeah, so like, but we did mention that Leshrac possibly going mid lane. I think Leshrac is a good counter to PL because he can destroy his illusions really fast, right? And there isn't really, let's say, besides there isn't really a a lockdown like one target burst. You have the Nyx, right, who can maybe, let's say, stun Leshrac and.
It's a bit deceptive. Nyx has his Carapace. There's a lot of AoE damage coming out from Leshrac and from Death Prophet, so Nyx could line up some really nice chain stuns there in most fights. Leshrac is going to be very wary of trying to do his whole combo of, oh yeah, ulti, diabolic edict, let's chain lightning, let's stun everyone if there's still a Nyx around. Also, farming wise, again, I don't know if this track is going to be a core or if he's going to be a 4, but farming lanes is it's a bit risky when there's a Nyx on the other team. He can carapace you out of stun while you're farming a creep wave, and there's basically not much you can do as a soul if it's Leshrac. If he's the only hero there, he doesn't have any backup, he's going to be chain stunned probably to death, because he's pushing lanes, farming creeps, he's going to get carapaced, he's going to get stunned, and then maybe a Dawnbreaker or Sunstrike. We didn't mention that the Dire has some global potential with Dawnbreaker and the Sunstrike Invoker.
Good global pressure, right?
Much.
I mean, like Invoker isn't going anywhere but mid, so the Sunstrike is gonna come from that lane, and Dawnbreaker, like his ultimate is maybe not. His ultimate maybe isn't talked about enough, but looks like we're going into the game, ladies and gentlemen. We have a pause still, but this should be it. Nosebleeders versus the boys from Split. Guy AFK. Oh, well, that's not what you want, right?
No,
yeah.
definitely not.
Let's give them a sec. And
so, lay.
Animal Anal.
What is going on?
Nickname. Invoker already in this. Flexing. Like we have some skins here. The skin battle may be won by the Croatians. They have the really nice Ursa, right? Oh, we missed the first blood, and that goes to Leshrac. Killing Dazzle isn't as important, right? But Leshrac getting the first blood could set him up for a nice mid lane matchup if he goes against Invoker. We still need to wait and see.
Yeah, sorry, my Dota just crashed. I'm trying to fix this. But yeah, meanwhile, we can look at... What do we have with the camera?
The battle begins.
Yeah, we see the orbs being traded, right? I mean, bounties, not orbs, but yeah, for now...
Yeah, it looks like Radiant's going to come out ahead a bit, getting three of the bounties as well as the first blood, which is all according to their game plan. They're getting the early advantages so far.
Leshrac is mid and he got the first blood, so that will set him up for a nice match versus Invoker. Obviously it comes down to skill, right? And the early blood, first blood advantage won't be so high, but it always helps, like maybe get the bottle faster. And we see some camps blocked. Both, are they blocked or not?
Yeah, they're blocked. The both of them are blocked, yeah.
So there won't be no pulling, there will be a straight up brawl here in this safe lane for the Croatians, and already a lot of damage coming down. Marcy and Ursa have HP, only traded for the Nyx's have HP. He is the support, so that's not what you want. Dawnbreaker still sitting pretty at full HP. We talked about the kill potential from both sides, but on the other side, the Dazzle in trouble. Tusk.
Yeah, Dazzle's getting run down by Tusk. He will.
What's the cooldown on Tusk? Yeah. He gave up. Ursa is still being pressured. This lane is not looking the best right now, and oh my god, yeah, we talked about...
Ursa did pick up after Earth Shock level 1, so he's not going to be bullying anyone until he hits at least level 2.
Yeah, obviously. But there was another kill on Dazzle. Came down to Death Prophet. I didn't really see where it happened, but they kinda are farming this Dazzle now. This might be the weak point. Oh, and Nyx went under the tower too deep! And that's a kill for Marcy, and now a lot of pressure left away from this Ursa lane, and this is exactly what Nosebleeds did not want to happen. We talked about their strong late game. Now PL is in big trouble. PL might be going down. Another kill for that Prophet. I believe this game is going downhill really fast. The early scaling lane matchups went as they wanted them to go, and This is pretty unfavorable now, right? Ustrania.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to fix the camera here. It might be.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Just fix it. But we missed another kill from the Dead Prophet because just went on a killing spree, killing the Dazzle again, abusing the weakness there. Once you fall behind as a 5, it's really hard to go back. And I can tell you right now, this PL won't have a good game. Like another Q from Dead Prophet is up. I don't know why he doesn't use it. He's saving a bit of his mana, but every Q is like a huge blowout. And like now there is basically Invoker only hero to fall back to, and if Invoker doesn't have a good game, right, maybe get a solo kill on the Leshrac, this game could go pretty badly and there won't be any space for PL to farm.
No, right now this is an okay lane for Invoker. He's trading farm with Leshrac. Neither is pulling way ahead.
Yeah, but the team is pulling way ahead, right, around Leshrac, so that's kind of the problem. That's why maybe Invoker needs to pull
right now,
more
all
weight.
3 lanes. I mean, it's not going that badly for the Ursa on the safe lane. He's got level 3 now. He's getting. Oh yeah, he might get on the Dawnbreaker now. He might. He had 4 stacks up already. He's gonna have to hang back a bit so she doesn't get destroyed by the Ursa. Every time the Ursa attacks, it's another 12 seconds before the debuff fades. So that's another 12 seconds where they're not farming. And again, Dazzle dies top.
Yeah, this. Oh, but Ursa is in trouble. Ursa, the combo from Dawnbreaker and Nyx Assassin was enough to bring him down. Like we talked about the base damage on Dawnbreaker, like his abilities are kind of absurd right now. That's why he is one of the top meta picks, right? And the hammer swing, right? Deals
yeah,
a
it's
lot
very
of damage.
strong.
Also the burn, right? The burn damage left behind.
Yep.
From the Celestial Hammer deals a lot of damage, and yeah. Also the Luminosity. I mean, Dawnbreaker is just a strong hero overall, and she dishes out a lot of damage even while going tanky. She has a global presence. I mean, it's only like the Starbreaker. We saw how much damage she did on Ursa. Ursa was kind of low, but yeah, this is kind of the redeeming factor now. The Dawnbreaker could help his PL in some kind of a dive situation, maybe like Shallow Grave from Dazzle, and we can have a Sunstrike, we can have a big turnaround. A big outplay potential is still here, but this Dead Prophet is gonna be a monster, like free farming, bullying the lane, getting free kills. I mean,
yeah, right now
the best.
Despite the way the poor laning stage so far with the Dazzle, PL is keeping up with the farm. He's not that far behind. He's getting the last hits. But oh no, here's Dazzle again. He's dead.
Yeah, maybe we can bring the farm status up, like to see where the cores are right now in the game. That would be helpful to see the progress. Like 2k gold lead now is in place for the Croatians.
Yeah, they're definitely leading. Their game plan is going really well so far. They've only died once, and even that's on the Ursa. But the two, even though Ursa is more of an early game hero, it's if Leshrac and Death Prophet get a good game, these are both tower destroyers with the Exorcism and the Diabolic Edicts. There's not going to be much towers left or much map left to control for the Dire. So far, none of the towers have suffered any serious damage, but that's likely to change very soon, in about like 10 minutes. Oh, Marcy's going in on the Dawnbreaker. Ursa's also jumped in.
Does he have his W? No, he's dead.
No, but
Dazzle. What?
Same time on the other side, Dazzle's dead as well as the Phantom Lancer. Double kill for Daimos and the Death Prophet. Oh, Ursa and Dawnbreaker are low, still back in the bottom lane. Everyone's low except the Nyx. I don't know if Nyx could get one stun on the Ursa. One stun on the Ursa might be enough to murder him. He only has 2 1 charges.
Yeah, but meanwhile the top tower is going down. The Death Prophet.
Invoker's getting run down by the Tusk and the Leshrac. Couldn't get off the invis. And here comes the first tower of the game.
Tusk, obviously a really strong roamer, right? So much CC, he can also like...
Top lane.
He has the gap closer.
It's the Phantom Lancer getting drained by the Death Prophet. Dead again, the Death Prophet's 8 for 0 so far. 12 of the kills, 8 of them have been on Death Prophet. This is out of control.
Yeah, the Death Prophet is gonna be monstrous, we already said. It's no way around it, and like I said in the beginning of the game, if the Death Prophet gets way ahead, there might come a time when like nobody can kill her, like she becomes invulnerable, and yeah, now the Tusk just going bottom lane. Oh my god, Nyx in trouble, Leshrac ported down, and of course enough damage comes through. We have a total domination right now, 14 to 1, 6k gold lead at the 8-minute mark is a lot to say the least. It's not looking great for Nosebleeders, and their late game team composition, I'm afraid, has a really hard time of even getting to the late stages.
It might happen, but it's 14 kills versus 1 kill. It's a 6k lead at 8 minutes. This is a very strong lead.
Look at the net worth. It's not even only Death Prophet. Leshrac is keeping up with the 8 kills Death Prophet, like, and being more than twice in net worth of Invoker. Yeah. It's not looking good.
Oh, it's going. The whole Dire team supporting bot. They might get some kills on the Marcy at least. Is the Ursa gonna escape though? Marcy's definitely dead. She's gonna die to the Invoker. The entire Dire team is now bot lane.
And that was not worth it. And Marcy's maybe not, but like the turnaround is here. Tusk comes, rolls in. We see the Dawnbreaker doing his stuff, but it's not enough. Nyx was too far ahead, and the damage from Death Prophet and Leshrac is enough to get a godlike on Death Prophet. And he's not stopping now. He says ulti is active. He's draining Invoker. Like, yeah, maybe they get away, but at what cost, Utranio? At what cost?
It's very bad. This is, if you're this far behind against 2 cores, 2 push towers, this is gonna be, this is very hard to come back from. The Dazzle's gonna get blown up by just walking around. Oh no, he managed to get away.
I think you spoke too soon. The Death Prophet
No.
will of course kill him. We saw a really nice Q from Tusk there, right? Making sure he cannot move. Urza solo killed Invoker. I don't even know where that happened, but it happened. And
it was 3 heroes versus the Invoker, but this just lagged as well. Let's see. Now it looks like it's okay again. The items of these heroes, they're, if we look through them, like Death Prophet already has a Falcon Blade and a Witchblade.
Oh
with 2
my
nodes.
god.
So this is very strong. Witchblade isn't. Oh no, they might get the Death Prophet. They got the Death Prophet.
Yeah, they got it. They got the deny, and it came to Dawnbreaker. That is important. That Nyx didn't get it.
Yeah, this is very good. Dawnbreaker just got 1.2k gold for 1 kill.
But he did not get the XP, right?
No, the Nyx got that.
As well.
The Nyx is now level 7, but this is a start. They need a few more of these kills, but they might do it. They might be able to.
The problem is Roshan is going down. Urza very strong at taking that objective early. The heart is picked up. I mean, not heart, the Aegis of the Immortal, right? And now Urza can just bully everybody. We see PL trying to get some farm, but it's nigh impossible right now. Still only 3k gold lead on the mid laner Invoker. Like, PL is at 2,700. It's not enough. Like, that Prophet is going on 7,000 and going strong. Leshrac is at 6,000. Ursa is ahead with an Aegis. Like, I can see the next 3 towers being pushed, and then the lead will be so huge that how do you come back from that, Citranio? Like, obviously get some pickups, but
you need to
with the
you need to
global-
hope the enemy team makes some mistakes you can exploit. Like they might get a bit more aggressive. Like the Death Prophet is very close to being too aggressive here. Nyx is waiting for a 2-man stun.
Ooh, nice EMP!
What? How did he get that snowball? I saw the snowball already. Ooh,
Yeah, but like I said,
oof, this is too
that
much.
Prophet, she cannot die. She's too far ahead. Like, her drain is insane. Meanwhile, we have a Wild Urza getting a killing spree on Downbreaker. Yeah, Nyx, that was a nice stun, but I'm afraid you're not getting away from this one.
It's
Like,
a really good stun. That was a really nice stun, but even that wasn't enough. Maybe if the Dawnbreaker was already there to start with, but I think she got interrupted mid-ulti because it's on cooldown just now. So this is like, there's some good plays coming out of Dire, but there's such a huge advantage. They've stopped bleeding a bit. Oh no, the Phantom Lancer's dead instantly. What is this damage? Where did it come from? He just melted.
yeah, there's a saying, you know, like you said, some good plays, but too little, too late, I'm afraid. So they are snowballing right now, and they are snowballing hard. Not only in Tusk. Speaking about snowballs, here one comes. There's the Walrus Punch, obviously giving the frag to that Prophet, who's just smurfing this game up. 10k gold lead at 13 minutes, mid lane tower under heavy pressure, probably going down in the next wave, right?
Yeah, it looked okay for about 5 minutes there. Like, until now the gold lead stopped increasing, so they were keeping par, but now it's gonna be... Oh no, they're
Try to
going
get the
top.
Ursa,
They're gonna get
but
the
he
Ursa.
has the Aegis.
There's 4
Maybe
direct
they
kills.
can double kill him. Maybe they can double kill him. They have the Invoker, but that Prophet is coming.
Death Prophet has no mana. Nyx's mana burned all the mana off of Death Prophet, so it's just the bear. But they're backing off. The Dire's backing off. They might get sandwiched in by Leshrac and Tusk. Oh, this is gonna be very bad. Oh no, Phantom Lancer's already used his doppelganger. He has no escape. He's dead.
Yeah, Phantom Lancer is dying, and the Nyx Assassin probably also. No escape
That
for
was
him.
some good
Leshrac.
It was some good plays juking, trying to juke with the illusion, but even with Leshrac following the illusion, the main hero died.
Yeah.
There's nice plays coming out, but it's a 12k gold lead at 14 minutes. Once you get to 1k per minute, you're really deep in the hole. Bottom lane, Invoker's getting jumped on by Tusk and Marcy. There's no way he escapes. There's 3 heroes directly on him. He's trying to escape as a pig, but that's it. Ursa even picks up the last hit on the kill.
That was just for the show, right? He knew there was no escaping that one. 28-4. We see a stomp, and we knew that games might go this way. We knew there might be maybe a skill gap.
Dawnbreaker
Yeah, this
again.
is the Dead Prophet. This is the Dead Prophet, like getting ahead. Who can stop her? Maybe she
Oh,
could
no,
have chased.
Dawnbreaker's
The
dead.
Q cooldown was soon.
No, she got the Witchblade proc. Damage over time.
Oh, right. Yeah. Like,
The last
just styling.
attack was
you know what they say? Cool guys don't watch explosions. Well, cool Dead Prophets don't watch their enemies die, right? She just turned around and went back. So, kind of knew where the damage is, because I was fairly certain she could pursue it, get another Q off. She was close enough, but yeah, here's the tornado misses. EMP obviously will miss as well. The Invoker main right now not having the best of times. Least farmed core in the game right now. And now here comes a snowball. Virus Punch. Yeah, obviously Dazzle. Couldn't even get Shallow Grave off. Nyx in trouble. Probably going down as well. I think nice stun. But still, when there's a wild... Ooh, and even the Marcy. Nice jump. That's why she's so strong. You saw that gap. She closed it so quickly. And also proc the stun. I mean, that's why she's one of the top meta picks right now. And yeah, looks like high ground defense is the only chance Nosebleeders will still get in the game, but it's a slim chance, Ustranio. I think it's a very slim chance from coming back from here. Like the chorus are too behind, Invoker is too behind, PL is too behind. You can't even say like he's farming, they're scaling, let's go. There's not really a lot of game here to play.
Yeah, this is very difficult. It might, the Dire might pull through if the Radiant were to be very cocky. If they did like a bunch of mistakes in a row. It's 31-4, it's 14k gold lead. They've taken over the jungle, they're gonna deward all the wards, I think. This feels very, very bad to play from. Oh no, Leshrac sees the Dawnbreaker. Probably Nadix as well, he walked past the sentry, so it's a good attempt, but I don't know, there's not even any farm for the Dawnbreaker to take. She's moving out to the base to find some farm. PL is getting some in the opponent's jungle, but Death Prophet's ulting the top tower. The Dire is gonna have about half a minute of free farm in the enemy jungle before they gotta go back to home to defend it, or they're gonna lose the lane.
Yeah, the Rex might be under pressure right now. That Prophet has no indication of stopping. Like you said, Dawnbreaker maybe getting some farm, but do you really need the farm Dawnbreaker right now? You need the Invoker to be strong. There's the EMP hitting nobody, obviously. Everybody dodges it. There was no...
They've delayed out the Death Prophet ulti at least, so they got like half a minute before they go back in. They might not go in without another Death Prophet ult. Why waste it? I mean, why risk it? They're going down on the Phantom Lancer now. He's caught, he's silenced, he's dead.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Blink and you'll miss it. The camera did as well. Like, he's stunned, he's silenced, he's dead. I mean, you said it best. And
Death Prophet TP'd into between the trees, so PL didn't see her coming in, and then silenced them out of the fog. And PL has no defense.
Dawnbreaker, nice ulti on the Nyx assassin, trying to save him, getting a contra kill on Marcy, going a bit too deep and chasing the Tusk. I don't think you want to chase too deep, but we shall see. Going on the poor little Dazzle.
Here comes the Ursa, here comes the Shrek. The Dire might
melted
be able to get
him
away.
like butter.
They might get away. How's the... Oh no, the shards hit the Invoker!
Invis?
He's caught.
Invis?
Do they have detection?
For...
There's no detection, but there's... Oh wait, no, there is. There is?
There is, yeah. There was, for sure. He was seen because Tusk could click the snowball on him. And... yeah, that is just... like... You try to hype it up, you don't want to say it's over, but from here it's looking nigh impossible. Very little chance in the 35-5 game in a game of MOBA to come back from this. Obviously, if we can get to the late game, if you can get PL farmed, there will be a game to play, but we're missing the action right now. We're watching the Rex.
There's Dire base in 10 minutes, but it's looking grim. One Rex is gone.
I mean,
the Death Prophet has her ulti ready to go. The Tusk is even dodging the EMP and saving Leshrac some mana.
Yeah, that was some style points for sure. Like, that EMP wouldn't change anything, but like you said, mana could be important for the prolonging of fight. Leshrac getting engaged on by Dawnbringer. There's the Meteor, but yeah, PL, that's not enough. Throwing your Qs off.
The Death Prophet from the side. There goes the Dawnbreaker, she's dead. There's just way too much of everything here. Even if it was... Yeah, oh no, they can't even get to the fountain. Is the PL gonna get out alive? No, I don't think so. He has 5 seconds. They're all dead. Dazzle's bought back, and here comes the GG.
Yeah, like, the important question was, were they gonna fountain dive, right? And yeah, there was no fountain dive. There was the prolonged GG. They know it's over. They know it's... Invoker already like disconnected. That's not a BM disconnect. They wrote GG. They know it's over and
game's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radiant victory.
They all went to plan for the Radiant. They had the plan of being the early game to have the tower pushes to push the enemy team before their heroes could get strong. They counted on winning the lanes. They did hard. After, like, it looked a pretty even for the first 3-4 minutes, but then it all started falling apart with the Radiance off lane destroying the PL and the Dazzle, and then it just snowballed from there with snowballs and all the rest.
Yeah, because Invoker wasn't losing that hard, right? But he was still behind in gold. So Reshrek was out farming him. He was probably out denying him. But Invoker had some game to play. He was the only lane to actually not feed. The bottom lane early game, we saw and we said it was gonna be a brawl. It was a brawl. Like there was a fight where Ursa and Marcy, they were both low HP. And we had Dawnbreaker at full HP and only Nyx Assassin at half HP as well. So there was like a chance to kind of win that lane in a different way. But once we have Dead Prophet and Leshrac coming down and helping, like there was no escape. The Dawnbreaker usually tries to dominate the lane and then use his ulti to like carry another lane. But yeah, that did not happen. Obviously, he fell too far behind. Not saying he played bad or anything, and they got some kills on him, but there was simply like the safe lane matchup top lane was like too far gone, right?
The lane was pretty lost, yeah. But I don't think it's that much of a like. Definitely, the Radiant is the stronger team here, but they might not be that stronger. As horrible as this game looked, it's just the nature of these heroes that were drafted. It's a push lineup against the late game composition. The Dire were doing some cool plays there at about like the 7 to 15 minute mark where they still had some breathing room, but afterwards it was even with the best players. There's not much you can do when you're behind by 2 items on your cores.
Yeah.
Before that, there was some cool combos with the Nyx and the Dawnbreaker and all these setups and combo kills. But yeah, once the enemy cores have 2k HP with 5 level advantage, there's some stuff you can do, but not much.
Especially the Death Prophet. Like when she gets ahead, she can also she can win fights at a man disadvantage, right? Because of that strong heal. Like if you don't have a really strong CC, and like the only CC they kind of had was Nyx Assassin, it never came to the point where he could maybe roam top, get a kill on the Death Prophet. Like Dazzle was clearly far behind. He was paper to them. He just got obliterated. And PL, what can you do early with PL? You need levels, you need items. That's the nature of that hero, and he did not have the chance to get that. Obviously, his damage was lackluster versus the Death Prophet going insane and starting to tower dive them. Like you said, maybe the skill level wasn't representative of the match. They could be evenly skilled or anything like that. It's just the way Dota 2 goes sometimes. Like you get an advantage, you get a lead, you snowball it. Obviously, figuratively, and in the game, having task and yeah, like I said, Invoker had to go huge. Invoker had to be like the lifeboat of the team, trying to get ahead, trying to be the one who could carry them, maybe get some cool Sunstrikes and Dawnbreaker ults. But there was a point where Leshrac had 6k net worth and Invoker had 2.5k net worth gold, and that's simply not acceptable on the mid lane to fall twice behind on the net worth, right? I mean, it's not an easy game from there.
And we will cut to a break.
Yeah, see you soon for more matches here at the CEE Adriatic Qualifiers powered by Intel. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESPORT1 Adriatic CEE qualifier, of course, powered by Intel, and big thanks to our sponsors, Mimo Vrste and Mall.hr. So we just witnessed Rijeka Snova dominate Nosebleeders, but we'll get to watch them again. Hopefully not dominate, hopefully we'll have a close match. But yeah, Rijeka Snova is playing against versus Chonk. I'm Sebi with you in Jutranjo, so yeah, we can maybe still talk about the last game, what we saw, what the picks are, and what to expect for the next one.
We saw some very strong plays from Rijeka Snova live. I think that's the name of the team. They drafted an early pushing lineup with Shrek and Death Prophet, as well as a pretty early game carry, Ursa, and they demolished the other team. It was a pretty convincing victory. And now they're up against the Slovene team, Chonk, whose logo is pretty cat. This is the analysis people come for. We'll see how it goes. It's likely that Rijeka Snova, I imagine they'll pick up a similar strategy. They're going to try doing a similar strategy because, as far as we know, that's a thing they're very good at. So, as far as the other team, yeah, go ahead.
They did not. The draft they played in the last game was also kind of meta. I mean, Ursa is played on the highest level, right? That Prophet is picked. I mean, nothing was really out of the ordinary. Marcy, of course, we talked about how strong that hero is, and like you said, maybe they're good at it, but it was still kind of the meta, so maybe they're good at a lot of stuff. On the other side, Chonk got to watch maybe the game, right? So they saw their bans, they saw what they like to pick, so maybe they can adjust their draft to it.
That's true. Chonk has an advantage in that they've seen Rijeka Snova play. That's maybe not that insignificant. They've seen which heroes they're good at. They're probably going to ban at least one of these in the opening bans, I think. And I really want to see Rijeka Snova live play some more games. They seem really coordinated. They had some pretty... It's hard to say, like, were they just that coordinated, or was it just like it's steamrolling? Right. Yeah. Like, I want to see them in a more even game and see how they do.
Obviously, and there's also a question that we kind of pointed out. A lot of heroes, early game heroes, were banned. Viper, Undying, right? So maybe that is something that Nosebleeders knew about Rijeka Snova live, and that's why they chose those heroes to be removed. We'll see if Chonk thinks the same, or maybe they will leave those champions open and maybe grab some of them themselves, kind of bring the Brawl to Rijeka Snova live if they again go for the early snowbally composition. Obviously not the late game scaling carries, but it's much is left in the air, right?
We'll see, but it all depends on how this draft is going to go, which is just started out.
Yeah, so I just got confirmation from production. We should be going to the draft pretty soon. This is it, guys. We're in the draft. We already see the same things banned. Chain and Omni-90. This is something that Rijeka Snova Live does not wish to play against, and this is pretty meta big bans from their side. And again, the Tusk. On the other side, Visage and Dead Prophet banned, so they did for sure watch the last game. And Oracle picked as the support. On the other side, Snapfire. We didn't mention this hero. Very strong right now. Has an escape, has a gap close, has a stun. And
this is a lightning draft. This is a lightning draft. They've already done 3 bans and 2 picks on each team in 20 seconds. But
yeah.
These teams have a much stronger idea of what they want this game. Just wow. Okay, we're through with the bans with the second ban phase. They banned Marcy Tiny on the Radiant on Rijeka Snova Live, and they've banned Morphling and OD on Chunk.
Yes, just OD is always a strong mid laner. Morphling like never went out of the meta. Really hard to pilot, but I know probably they think that Rekas Nova Live could do it. For the Rekas Nova Live, they banned their own Marcy that they had a lot of success last game, but probably this means Oracle is the position 5, so that's why they're targeting that position, as Snapfire is usually position 4, and Necrophos obviously will probably go mid, right? Tiny is also removed. They banned him last game as well. Don't want nothing to do with the Stone Giant, and it was a lightning draft, but now it's slowed down. Finally we get the Void, Faceless Void banned. Chronosphere, not something they want to deal with. Having the Oracle locked down under it is nothing you want to do with. And Zeus banned. Surprising. Ancient Apparition is probably 5. Okay.
Yeah, definitely a 5. It could be something stranger, but let's say 5 for now. It's a nice counter against.
Snap 4, right?
Wait, no, actually, I'm not exactly sure how the interaction goes between Oracle Zolti and Ancient Apparitions, but here we go. Juggernaut, which is more healing, also gets countered by Apparition. And some burst from Quap. Chonk, the Dire, has been banning Zeus, OD, Morphling, which are all bursty heroes. They all have high damage nukes, which can quickly kill
Necro, right?
Yeah, Necro, especially with the magic damage. There is Quap, who also does magic damage, so I guess the Rekas Nova Live figured out they want to get the magical nukes in while they still can. And yeah, here's the Ember. Here's the Ember for Chonk.
Yeah, I don't know, like, Rekas Nova Live kind of looks like they're missing an offlaner, right? Quap could obviously go position 4 as well. It's been done before, and because Ember Spirit, I mean, there's also the Void Spirit that's still open and sometimes picked into the Ember quite confidently. So maybe they will try to do that adjustment, because right now it looks like Queen of Pain obviously mid, Juggernaut safe, Task on 4, Oracle on 5, but things are still in the air, right, for that.
Yeah, but like looking at these heroes, it's Juggernaut's gonna have a hard game. His healing was gonna get countered by Ancient Apparition when, not like instantly from minute 1, but like eventually. But the problem is there's Necrophos and Ember Spirit as cores, who both have ways to escape the Omni Slash. Necrophos can make himself ethereal, and Ember Spirit can just jump away. So right now, Juggernaut's not looking like a strong pick.
I mean, he can still destroy the Ancient Apparition and Snapfire, but that's not what you want, right? Yeah. I mean, it depends. It depends.
There is the flip side where the Blade Flurry from the Juggernaut does go through the Ethereal. It actually increases the damage that the Necrophos takes, but that's down then to which situation is going to pop up first.
And you kind of use that ability to dodge spells. Like, you need to be in a winning position to use it to deal damage to Necrophos, right? You usually use that ability as an escape in teamfights.
Yeah.
End this damage. You can just press it randomly, like, I'm gonna do damage to. But anyways, Lone Druid banned. Anyway, Razor, Lane Bully again.
It's gonna be Razor on the offlane here, I think. Quap mid, and then there's the 2. Sniper. Sniper last pick. Okay, nice. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting game.
I love it. Nice skin on him as well.
Very nice skin, but this is a feast or famine kind of situation with the Sniper. I think it's picking Sniper.
I mean, Sniper is mid, right?
No, Sniper's mid, right? Safe lane, I think. Ember's definitely
mid. Yeah. Ember is mid. You're right. Yeah, and Necro is gonna be offlane. Yeah. Sniper is going to be safe, so he won't get that level advantage you usually do on the mid lane. You need to farm it up, and like Quap can destroy him, Tusk can just engage on him, Jack can run him down. Like Sniper, like you said, hit or miss, right?
These are very shiny heroes here. Sorry, I'm just...
Yeah. Like getting an epileptic attack while they're moving around. So many skins in the matchup. Necrophos and Juggernaut being pointed up. He has a good win ratio on Necrophos.
Yeah, let's see what's...
some team coordination early on, moving as a unit, instantly pinging the pinging the right side of jungle. We kind of only see one team right now. We don't see the dire side, but we're watching it.
Yeah, we're watching the first player perspective of Tusk right now.
Nova live. Yeah, we're watching Rekas Nova live, like we're watching a Twitch stream for one of the players. We're watching the Tusk directly and the invasion going. We don't know what's gonna happen because we don't know where the enemy team is. They're trying to surprise somebody.
Is not nearby at the moment.
Oh, places deep ward. Getting some vision.
Yeah.
Razor offlane, like you pointed out, is probably what's at stake here. I mean, Razor could also switch it up if they think some matchups are more easier to play. Like Razor can go mid, no problem, versus Ember. I don't know how the matchup is, but like if they wanted that. But usually it seems like Jack is going down. He's gonna be safe lane for sure.
Yeah.
No need to invent something there. Ooh, big problem, big root. Snapfire is in big trouble, and there's the first blood going to Razor, something you do not want. Again, we see the first blood going to Rekas Nova Life, and Razor this time is gonna have a slight advantage in the early game. He can just buy one item early, one of the starting laning items, right, and maybe some tangos if he needs them.
Okay, I think we finally fixed the cameras. Okay, we have the camera now. Sorry for that. We can now begin spectating. Let's see the lane matchups. We have the Oracle and Juggernaut in the safe lane against the Necrophos and the Ancient Apparition. This is going to be both Apparition and Necrophos are very strong laners. Oracle, Jug, I don't know. I think they're at a disadvantage here, but I could be wrong. Continuing on, we got the mid matchup of Quap versus Ember Spirit. This is a very classic matchup. All comes down to player skill, who's going to come out ahead. I don't think either of these is very favored. There is a small interaction of Quap did skill the dagger. That's something that you sometimes skip against the Ember Spirit because he can dodge every single Shadow Strike. He did just use it up though, his dodging skill, the Sleight of Fist. And going back up top, we got the Tusk and Razor against Snapfire and Sniper. It is a safe lane Sniper. And let's see.
Yeah, on stream we're still only seeing Razor, so his cooldowns. Yeah, we're not really picking up on the champions you're clicking at, so some technical difficulties still do exist.
If the stream can maybe press escape, it might deselect it, and then we can select different heroes. But okay, I think it's.
Yeah, try now.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, now it should be working. Yeah, range creep and Tusk. I don't know if it's working.
Randomly picking things. I don't know.
But we see that early game is going in Quap's favor, having 13 last hits already, 4 denies, while Ember Spirit only gathering 6 last hits, 0 denies. So the range advantage is strong, obviously, versus a melee hero that is Ember Spirit. And ooh, a lot of damage, but we missed the first blood. Razor just destroying Snapfire, who is not having a good game. This is maybe a repeat of the last one where we had the Dazzle in a similar position, going as position 5 and dying to the offlaner.
He's got caught. Oh, the Snapfire with the save. At the same time, bottom
Jack. Oracle probably got the stun off. I mean the
root. Yeah, he got it off.
Yep, and then the blade spin deals insane amounts of damage, even early game. Right, it's just a hero destroyer. If somebody is rooted in place, not much you can do to escape that damage. And yeah, Juggernaut getting a kill is pretty important here. And again, we see Rekas Nova Live getting a really strong start to the matchup. Utranio, this is looking like a repeat, and Deimos is again dominating be it Razor, be it Dead Prophet, he's getting kills, he's dominating the lane, and Sniper is still farming.
Sniper's farming, but oh no, sorry, we missed it again. Here's the Necrophos dying. And the Juggernaut.
But Juggernaut went down as well, that is the important kill, and maybe...
Oh, the apparition. Oh, with the Fairy Fire, with the clutch Fairy Fire, he lived. He's getting out. The Oracle, unless he does something unwise, he's gonna live through this. Wow.
Yeah, the Dispel is strong on Oracle, but the important thing is they got a kill on the safe lane of Rekasnava Live, right? Juggernaut went down. Even though he got traded, it's still an important kill to like lower the safe laner should be the most important role. Here we have a Sniper and Snapfire engaging.
And no, he didn't catch a Sniper, but that doesn't matter. He's snowballed, he's dead. There's no way he gets out.
Yeah, there's no Cookie. No Cookie. Cookie is on cooldown for sure, and yeah, no chance.
This offlane is going really well for the Razor. The Falcon Blade is, I think, already... Is it done yet? No, sorry, it's not done yet, missing a bit, but with boots and the Falcon Blade, it's going to be a very hard lane for Sniper. Just TP back. He has boots, but even with boots, he has 340 move speed. The Razor is at 300 without boots, and the boots are going to come up soon. It's very, very difficult for the Dire lane to play this out, because besides the one Cookie, as soon as the Cookie comes out, the Ice Charge from the Tusk is no need for the
it's
Cookie,
basically a guaranteed kill. Oh my god, they found the Sniper as well. No, the safe lane going down again. Sharpnel will do nothing, obviously, and this is catastrophic now.
Yeah, this is going very poorly. The Razor is doing a repeat of game 1. The Tusk even just stood next to the Sniper and let the Razor get the last hit. There was no way the Sniper gets away.
I'm surprised that we didn't see a Tusk ban. Like, he had such a big impact in the last game, and Rekasnava Live clearly just wrecking people here in this CEE qualifier. Like, is anybody on par to that offlane combo?
The offlane combo of Daimos and Old School 23. No, I don't think so.
A Cookie used, and now it's a free kill. No chance, no chance. I have to use the Cookie while the shards hasn't been used from... How can you escape? Like, you cannot jump over it anymore, and he smartly kept it up.
Is dead. Will the Age of Evolution die as well? It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, double kill, double kill.
Oh my god. This is a repeat of... This is a stomping they're getting. Even last hit-wise...
What's the net worth right now? What's the net worth? Like, because right now the only chance is probably the mid lane, but now they know where they need to focus. Tusk roams up, it's another free kill, easy kill. We see Quap having DD.
Yeah,
this is maybe even a bigger stomp than before.
Right now they're leading by 3k gold in 7 minutes. We'll see how it goes later, but
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I don't... Sorry, is the stream quality okay? I'm just looking... It's looking a bit weird. They're going Sniper again.
Yeah, something is wrong, I think, with the production, but...
Wait, the Ember Spirit's gone in. He's trying to get the kills on the Razor and the Tusk. But, oh no, he's running away now. Will he even get away? He's going back in. He doesn't have... He still has Tyrannos left. The Tusk is definitely going to die here. Can they get the Razor? Can they get him with all their... They got him! That was a very good rotation for the Ember Spirit. They badly needed that.
Yeah. I mean, Ember Spirit could be the one to get them back in the game, but here comes Quap. Nice ulti. This should be an easy double kill. There's nobody there to help. Quap is low. She got stunned. Like, one hero, any ability would kill her, but yeah, now she just gets away safely with the double kill, and...
She's in.
Oh... Maybe we also see Quap like farming like crazy. 25 less hits, 14 denies. What is the net worth right now? If you can check that statistics to kind of see where the cores are right now in the game. Still not on our screens. Only see. Almost seeing less hit than the nice, but
Echo
we're seeing Quap now rotating bot, trying to punish that Necro.
Is under attack.
Seeing if there's a war there.
Alright.
Not yet.
Okay, let's see now. Oh no, yeah, the Snapfire is getting gone on. She doesn't have a cookie, she's dead. No way she gets out now.
No chance to escape. Yeah, and there's another kill for Razor, but in the meantime,
Is under attack.
we see only Sniper farming with Sharpnel in the jungle. There were some stacks brought up to him, but Ancient Apparition is in big trouble. There's a level 5 task chasing you down.
Both of them are in big trouble. Both of them. The Razor's coming
going
in.
for the Sniper.
Dyer's top
Does he
The
have ulti?
Sniper's
Does
gone.
Raven
There's
have
no way
ulti?
he lives this. Oh, Ember's going in.
Ember
Maybe he
comes.
can get-
Nice rotation.
Maybe they can get one. They get the Tusk, but the Razor is now free to demolish. Oh no, he has 100 damage. He's still
and a
100
cookie.
damage.
They can get
Oh, no,
Razor.
they got
can
the
get
Razor. They managed to get the
Important
Razor.
kill. Even though Quap got Ancient Apparition, right? But yeah,
That
Quap
doesn't
is a
matter that
monster
much.
right
That's
now.
a support. That's a support. They actually got a kill on the Razor. That was 500 gold for the Necrophos. So I think he's ferrying out his Fairy Trinket. That was really nice for him as well. He's finishing up his Hood of Defiance, which is badly needed against all this magic damage from the Radiant with the Oracle, Razor, and the Quap.
Yeah, obviously. Also the Juggernaut, right? His spin feels magical.
Yeah.
And what's the net worth right now? Can we see it? Can you change it?
That's on the stream. If they press Y, it'll switch. It's right now. It's Quap leading. It's the Radiant's 3 cores leading. They got another kill on the Apparition, and that's not as bad as it could be. So far, there's only one tower that's gone. There's no push potential.
I mean, it's harder to push into Sniper, right, than into the PL we watched last game. Like, Sniper still will have Sharpnel. He has the range advantage. Every level he gets is strong. He's now level 6. He died a few times. That's not something you want as a safe lane, but yeah, it's gonna be harder to close this match out for Rekas Nova Live, even though they have a huge advantage right now, obviously.
Dyer's top tower has
Sniper
fallen.
just
Yeah.
trying to get the farm in the jungle, but Quap, wicked sick on the bot lane, getting a Necrophos. That was a 4-on-1 rotation. There is no pressure on the map. Like, Razor is solo pushing top, while 4 guys have the space to gank Necro, who's the only person pushing. Like, you need to have pressure on mid lane. You need to push those lanes out. You need to not just farm double
It's
safe.
maybe not as bad. It is Ember and Sniper farming, so they're moving somewhere.
It's
They're
true.
behind. They're behind a bit though.
I mean, 7k,
Like, this could-
the whole team is behind.
Yeah, 7k for the whole team, but let's see. Oh no, the Dire is gonna defend bottom. They're going in. Apparitions hit both the cores, which is very good. The Quap is down. She's gonna be retreating for another 5 seconds or so. But
Dyer's
oh no,
tower
will Dire
is under
overextend?
attack.
If they chase too far, it could go very badly for them.
Yeah, I don't think
All
they
of-
can afford to chase so deep. Ember Spirit still tries to do something, but needs to run away. There's the shrapnel.
Where's the
Juggernaut
Tusk? The
goes
Tusk
into
is missing.
Yeah,
Tusk
but
is
oh
missing.
my god, the damage from Quap is insane. Now Juggernaut ult. Everybody's dying. Ember Spirit is trying to get away, but Quap is on him. And here comes the Tusk. Ulti, Varus punch, and only Snapfire alive. That's not the hero you want to farm out mid.
No,
Where
and
was the
here's
rotation from Snap?
the smoke for the last member of the Dire, for the last Shonk member. Wow,
Yeah,
I thought this was gonna
looks
be.
like there is.
I didn't think they would chase them down that easily.
Tower is under attack.
But yeah, the Radiant's now pushing the mid tier 2. I don't think they can defend this. Ember Spirit, this is a very... Ooh, yeah, okay, wait, the Apparition ulti coming in. Jug might die,
Yeah,
we'll see later, but... Oh no, the
Ember
Ember
might
has...
die as well.
He got out,
the-
he got out.
Yeah, and like
And-
the Oracle Dispel. Oh, that was close.
No, it's...
Sniper! Sniper got him sniped across the map, getting that kill, getting quite a lot of gold, and
they might turn
Sniper
this
getting
Dire.
farmed.
This might be good for Dire.
Sniper is
Let's
still
see.
here. Sniper might get another kill. The range still isn't here. He's too low of a level. But Snapfire, Oracle protecting Tusk. Snapfire not having the game he wanted to have with that ulti. Ember still just having to go away so quickly.
Here's
He's like
Necrophos
vapor.
again. He bought back. He bought back for this.
Yeah, that's a big
Let's see
play.
if they can
That's a
manage
big play.
anything.
Another headshot, not connecting with the kill. Ember is in big trouble. Tusk just demolishes him. Will pay with his life, but still a mid laner for a position 4. And
no,
here's
what?
just
That was
styling
an
points.
ambitious jump. Okay, Oracle
Still
ulted.
gets
She's
away.
safe,
I
she's
can't
safe.
believe she got away.
Just walked out. She's
Still
going back
going
in.
in. She's so
no.
ham. She's so ham. Going
This is
ham.
just.
This is kind
Oh
of
my
embarrassing
God, this
now.
is
And yeah, Coop destroying them. And Razor.
I thought these was. Oh no, the Dire is already GG. 41 to
Yeah.
7.
You know-
14 minutes in.
Quap was level 12, while Ember Spirit was level 8. There wasn't really any play there. Mid lane lost, off lane carried again for the Split Riders. I mean, GG is basically all we get to say after this match. And Split, I mean, Rijeka Nova
Rijeka's-
Live. I don't know why I keep calling them Split. They're from a different Croatian city. My bad. Rijeka Nova Live. Seems like they don't have a competition right now in the tournament. Just styling on Chonk and Nosebleeds. Looks like Croatian dominance right here. Rijeka Nova Live is gonna go versus Cromagnoci as the final match, probably for the champion, right? We can see Cromagnoci for this
these
first
qualifiers, yeah.
qualification day. Yeah, I mean, we only watch Rijeka Nova live, so we don't know what to expect from the other Croatian team. Usually, in the domestic matchups, players know each other, they know their tendencies, they know how they like to play, what is their champion pool, how deep is it. So we might see some mind games, we might see some unusual picks.
I'm a fan. Like, these two games from Rijeka Nova Live were very convincing. They seem to know what they're doing. They honestly, the games, it started to fall apart. Like, both games, fall apart. Rijeka Nova Live started getting ahead from the off lane in both games now. Daimos is
Yeah.
a
Daimos is
very
just
high-ranked
destroying,
player,
like-
yeah.
Yeah, go.
I mean, not just Daimos, also his support, whose name I forgot at this moment, I'm sorry.
OZL, I don't know how it's pronounced.
23
but,
something,
the
yeah.
task.
The task, this game, yeah. Those two are very well coordinated. Also, the matchup of Sniper Snapfire versus Tusk and Razor is... I didn't think that, but turns out it's very, very favored for Razor and Tusk. Just because there's no escape on the Sniper. There's only one cookie, and once the cookie's gone, it's over.
Yeah, the task kind of carried both games, but the kills went into the Daimos' hands. Sniper, not really a standard pick, let's be honest. Always strong in pub games, but not so often in team coordinated matches, right? He is weak early, and they abuse that. But also, we need to point out the mid matchup. Like, again, we see another player fall very, very behind. I don't know the name of the Rijeka Nova Live mid laner, I mean his nickname, but he was just dominating on the Quap. Top in less hits, top in denies, just styling on Ember Spirit, which is, like you said, a skill matchup, right?
Yeah, and one of them got the better out of it. We'll see. I haven't seen any games from Cromagnoci. Have you seen any of them? Any of their plays?
No. I don't know who they are, how good they are, but hopefully they will be a better match for Rijeka Nova Live, right? Because the two games we had, they weren't really the Dota we wanted, right? It was the Dota, maybe the Dota we expected.
This is the Dota we got.
Like that. Yeah, this is the Dota we got, and maybe even in some ways we expected there to be like huge skill gaps, like just one-sided stomps. Like Dota is a game of comebacks. You really want to see, like, even if one team is behind, you can still have the safe lane farming and just going for that inevitability, right? But it didn't happen this game. Like every lane was basically losing in the 2 games we watched, and Rekas Now Alive has proven to be one of the strongest in the region.
Yeah, I know. I want to see the next game. I want to see how they do in this in the finals, I guess, versus another team who's at least the second best in the whole bracket. But I want to see a game where they sweat a bit, where they have to go to about half an hour maybe. So I want to like this is. I know, like I don't want to say I want to see them get creative, but I want to see them have some pushback at least after more than a few minutes.
Yeah,
I guess this is the nature of the open qualifier format as well, right? Anyone can come.
Obviously, yeah. Anybody can win, and we will see more about the next match, the next domestic matchup between 2 Croatian teams battling it for the top 1 seat in this first qualifier. After a short break, obviously, thank you again to our sponsors, Mimoverse and Mall.hr and Intel for organizing this tournament. So yeah, see you in a bit when we will see the draft, see the teams, see the players, and see the matchups. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we are back here at the CEE Adriatic ESPORT1 Qualifier for our region, powered by Mimoverse and Mol.hr. So thank you to all the wonderful sponsors. With you are still Savi and Utranio, and we're gonna broadcast the last match, which will basically give us the winner, right? This is the winner's bracket from the both sides. We can check it out now. Rijeka Snova, we watched them dominate 2 games in a row. Their offlaner was off the charts, and now they are facing Kromanjonci, another Croatian team. So right now we will have, let's say, domestic brawl, right?
Yeah, it's Rijeka Snova. We've seen them in the previous 2 games we've casted. They're very strong. Let's see if Kromanjonci are up for the challenge of bringing us a longer game. And the draft has started. Its first pick will be on the Radiant on Rijeka Snova Live. And these teams, okay. Let's see, the first ban is Lina. I think these 2 teams know each other because there's out of the blue a Lina ban
domestic.
is not.
But they banned Lina in the last game, if you remember. I think they were focusing on strong mid laners, or was that in the first matchup? I
No,
remember
they
somebody. Oh,
banned it.
the nosebleeders banned Lina versus them, right? I don't know.
Yeah, but only in 3rd or 4th. I think it was 4th or 5th ban, not the first ban. You don't usually ban such specific heroes in the first phase. And
well, Kromanjonci did learn, right? The task was present in every game. He was doing good plays. Let's just remove him, right? And
here's the first pick, Death Prophet.
Again, probably on the
so just
Daimos again.
Yeah. Pointing out, Daimos is the drafter here. So Daimos is just first picking himself Death Prophet. Like, yeah, let's go. I want to play Death Prophet again.
It is a strong hero, but on the other side, we see the Undying. We talked about his laning strengths. Really strong hero, siphoning that strength, especially against some strength-based offlaners or safe lanes. And the Razor pick, so they're trying to show their own capabilities on that hero. Skywrath Mage bringing in for Rijeka Snova Live could be really strong, right? We all know what Sky Mage does.
Yes,
burst damage.
Skywrath is burst damage and silences, but that's an interesting pick against Razor Undying. You would think you would want something against a Tombstone, which needs auto attacks to be killed, or against the Razor, which some escape is useful. I guess he is fast, and the slow does help.
Maybe he will dodge the matchup, right? Skyward could be 4, and maybe Razor isn't safe, so maybe Skyward will dodge the Undying Razor matchup because I can see the laning.
I'm just thinking like I'm thinking very linearly, like how do these heroes interact, not what potentially could happen afterwards. But
obviously
we'll see what the lanes turn out. But I'm guessing Death Prophet is off lane again. This Razor could be a 1 or it could be a 3 or even a mid, and Undying was very flexible.
I think Undying will be a 4.
Yeah, Skywrath is definitely a support though. There's no way to do a core.
I don't think so. Skyward mid would be
Rijeka Snova seems much too serious to have a core Skywrath pick.
So Batrider and Zeus banned for Rijeka Snova, and the Silencer not wanting to deal with that global silence while having 2 spellcasters, one as core, one as the support. On the other side, PL removed, Phantom Lancer not in the game, Puck as well, strong heroes removed obviously. We did not see Rijeka Snova really going for the PL style drafts, but maybe Kromanjonci know something we do not. Obviously, they are from the same country, and I'm sure that players know each other. Waiting for that last ban, going into the reserve time. We will see what they want to focus on. It's another core. So we see.
Ooh, nice. Clockwork.
This
Clockwork's
is an offlane probably,
good.
or?
No. This is definitely a support.
4?
It might be an offlane, but most likely it's a 4. Or maybe a 5 Clockwork. But let's see what else we got. We got a Weaver.
Weaver! Could be strong versus the Undying, right? And the Clockwork.
Yeah, with the double attacks. It's definitely going to be...
For the Tombstone.
yeah, for the Tombstone, it could be a bit bad versus the Clockwork, at least early on, because of the cogs. You can block off the hasted Invisible
5
Weaver,
seconds remaining.
regardless, but later on he does. It's a good pick against the Clockwork and Undying, as well as the Razor. He's not gonna. The Weaver's never gonna get drained much by the Razor. He can always get away.
Snapfire picked as the last. Probably we will see Skyward Mage and Snapfire being on the support role, right? Weaver safe lane,
10 seconds.
that prophet
Almost
off lane, so
definitely, yeah.
mid lane. On the
So, yeah,
other side, there is.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Radiant's definitely just going for his last pick in the mid hero. Meanwhile, Dire is a lot more flexible still. They're going into reserve time for their second last pick. They do get the last overall pick in the entire draft, so that's something for them. But right now, they could also save that for their own mid to counter the last pick of.
Tiny wasn't banned, and Rijeka's Nova Live was banning Tiny in all the drafts before. So they're just like, let's go for Tiny, and obviously Tiny is a super strong pick in the current patch, also very flexible, as is Razor, so they have a lot of flexibility on where they will put their heroes, what lane they
5
should go
seconds
down.
remaining.
If we just predict Undying and Clockwork being the supports, those are two melee supports going versus Snapfire and Skyward Mage, and like Death Prophet and Skyward Mage or Death Prophet and Snapfire is a really strong lane, and like going, I don't know, Tiny Clockwork, Tiny Undying could be hard, even though Undying is strong,
Dire
right?
team banned.
But yeah, nothing is set in stone
Radiant
yet.
team
Ursa banned. They
It
probably
could
think
be
Tiny or Razor is
the-
mid, right?
Yeah,
They're
the
banning
Tiny,
Urza.
who knows? I don't know. The Dire's draft so far is so flexible. I can't, like, almost all these heroes could fill out 3 different roles at the moment,
10
depending on how they want
Yeah.
to go.
But
The
Rijeka's
Tiny
Nova
is
Live
strong.
kind of thinks
5
the
seconds
safe lane
remaining.
is missing if they're banning Urza.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah, which is likely. I mean, I think these two teams know each other very well. There's the fact that Tiny is going to be strong versus the Weaver and Skyraf both. They're both very squishy heroes. They don't get a lot of strength. They don't like building HP items. And if it's a core Tiny, he's going to be blowing them up a lot.
True.
The vast majority of the game.
Get
If
that
he
Blink
goes,
Dagger, get that Echo Saber, right, and just go
Yep,
for the
yep.
toss avalanche. Whoa, so much
The-
damage.
the feel good build, yeah. The I'm gonna click this. I'm gonna lead this hero. Click, click, click.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Dire is also thinking that Radiant's only like in the mid role, so they've banned Quap, which is
And this is
Which is a good ban.
best of one. I just wanted to point out, right? So like you get one chance, and so far we only saw Rijeka's Nova Live dominating every team, dominating the laning phase, but maybe Kromanioci are the matchup to fight against them, right? And
it could be.
for
It could
sure,
be. I want to be
I
surprised.
kind of like their draft. Yeah, because like Tiny Blink, Engage, Clockwork, you know, pulls in, Cogworks, Undying drops a Tombstone, goes into his ultimate, Razor from behind. Like, I like the strong initiation, obviously, from Kromanioci. On the other side, we have a much more elusive matchup, you know, that Prophet can just kite Weaver as well, Snapfire, range, Skyward Mage, obviously also range. So,
10
kind of different
seconds
build.
Yeah.
remaining.
We will see if teams are even like the heavy initiation from Kromanioci
5
could be
seconds
hard for them to
remaining.
deal with, right?
Yeah, and the last ban from Rijeka's Nova Live is the Alchemist.
Whoa.
So another safe laner.
Yeah.
The thing is, there is one thing. The Radiant team is lacking in stuns right now. They only have the Snapfire cookie, and that's it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Dire have
Templar Assassin
Clockwork and
removed.
Tiny.
And co-op
Yeah, that-
removed, so they're kind of expecting mid laner to be picked. And like you said, missing on stuns, maybe an Invoker could be warranted
No.
here. Like
Invoker's too much of a late game hero for this lineup. I think they're more likely to
5
go
seconds
for
remaining.
maybe a Conka or something. Some
Okay. Something
I
that
don't
can
know, maybe-
stand.
something that's gonna be the one who opens fights with a stun, because Weaver's not gonna do it. Death Prophet doesn't really want to do it.
Yeah.
And
Some
neither of the supports
initiation,
wanna
right?
do it.
Is
Pretty much,
missing.
yeah. It could be that the Death Prophet's gonna be mid, and they're gonna pick an offlaner like Mars or Beastmaster or Lycan or something like that. Like maybe not like it.
Yeah,
but
that's also an option, and there are also like mid lane options with some CC. Like also Ember Spirit could be picked, right? Has that?
it could be, but then you got a whole draft that has one stun, which is difficult to play.
Obviously, yeah.
Oh, here we go,
It's a
Dawnbreaker.
Mega
Dawnbreaker.
meta
That's
pick.
yeah, but last pick, no one's banned it, no one's touched it. I'm wondering if it's going to be
And
Death Prophet
Dawnbreaker
or
can go
Dawnbreaker.
mid. Yeah,
She could,
go mid,
yeah.
right?
I don't know. We'll
versus
see.
the
Like
timing.
it's a bit of a flex. Like they can go Death Prophet or Dawnbreaker mid. Either way will be good, I think, depending on what's the last pick of the Dire, which puts Dire in a bit of a tricky situation. They don't want to get, they can't pick a hero that's going to be having a bad lane against Death Prophet or Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, I think they will pick something with range. Maybe Void Spirit isn't banned. Maybe Void Spirit could be good here. He has a lot of escapes. Has the shield. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, Bloodseeker.
Hero.
Whoa! Totally off. Another melee hero. Would not expect or see that coming in Bloodseeker. You expect him to be safe lane?
Yeah, probably. It's going to be Razor offlane, I guess, and then Tiny mid. But we'll
Tiny
see.
mid. Yeah, that is the
We'll
most
see,
likely
maybe.
scenario, right? Yeah.
Okay, and it is off. It's off lane Dawnbreaker. It's mid Death Prophet. Daimos is on the Dawnbreaker.
Yeah. Kinda got his carry from the first match stolen, but nonetheless, that Prophet is really strong in the mid lane, whilst Dawnbreaker is obviously a super strong hero in any core role he plays, and on the off lane should be having a good time. But let's talk a bit of the for a second on Cromagnon's off lane, like Razor Undying. That could be a really strong combination, a lane bully, you might say.
Yeah, definitely. If it ends up going there, I didn't. Let's see. We'll see. We'll see how they actually lane. They might even have players switch up lanes where they play at. But
Whoa.
maybe if we have the camera set up properly this time, we can actually go over the players and the heroes. So on the Radiant team, Rika Snova Live, we have the position 4 Olsku23 playing the Skyraf. We got Daimos, the premier offlaner, playing Dawnbreaker. We got Retrox playing the Weaver, safe lane. DZY playing the Death Prophet in the mid, and Drevi playing the 5 Snapfire. On the Dire, I don't think we'll have time to get through all of these, and they've smoked, they've gone into their jungle, and they've caught Daimos.
Oh, clockwork engage. Yeah, this could be a kill. Bloodseeker, silence.
There's definitely a kill. Whoa,
Oh, cookie.
clutch cookie.
Clutch cookie.
The cookie's off.
And now
And the clockwork's dead.
the turnaround. The turnaround.
Scaraf's gone. I don't think they get more. The Weaver's gonna jump away in 2 seconds. Although it's very close.
No, it's
He's gonna. No, he's out.
That
He's
was-
out. He's out.
That was really close. Like the silence was just a second too late, and Clockwork gives up the first blood. But it won't be too much of a problem.
It's a
the
1-to-1,
trade was
yeah.
indeed initiated. Yeah, and also maybe we get a slight advantage here on the bounty runes. We will see. Snapfire still trading with Razor. Slutty Gandalf. On
Yeah.
the
So the
Undying.
Dire, we have Black Oni playing the offlane Razor. We got Doctor of Medicine, Demolition Man playing the safe lane Bloodseeker. We got Slutty Gandalf playing the 5 Undying. Kamikaze playing the 4 Clockwork, and in the middle we got Mochny Lazar playing the Tiny.
Okay, so these are our matchups, guys. This is our final match. This will determine the winner of the first Adriatic CEE qualifier powered by ESPORT1 and Intel. And the match is underway. The lanes are underway. Let's see how they do. Clockwork having some
if
pressure.
If you can press W on the spectating so we can see the last hits. Clockwork's getting a nice battery assault on the granny here.
And also Razor getting some damage, but oh my god, the cookie! Obviously not enough for the kill, but we see
no way,
Razor
but
being pressured heavy. Yeah, this is important for the...
they need to wear him down. It's not like
Weaver.
with only 1 stun, that being the cookie, there's no way you can burst anyone from full, but if they're at half HP, that's a lot more doable.
Yeah, that's pressure on the Razor trying to get farm. You know, it's harder for him to last hit, and obviously Weaver is the safe lane of Rekasnova life. So what's better than having the enemy offlaner at half HP and just free farming as a Weaver, right? Just scaling, because Weaver can be a really strong carry also in the late game. Let's be honest. Like he gets 4 items, 5 items. He's a nuisance.
The thing is as well, Razor didn't buy any mana regen. He usually doesn't because it's not needed that much in lane. But since the first blood fight took so long, he's basically out of mana already.
Oh no, the salve was cancelled by the Skyward.
Yeah, that. Oh no, mid lane, the Tiny's getting chased down by the Death Prophet, but that's a okay. The Tiny's gonna be okay. He's gonna get a bottle. Yeah, the Tiny's gonna get a bottle now.
Tiny, like he's a melee going versus that Prophet that's like notorious for just being really strong in a head-up fight, especially versus a melee champ. So when the lanes, I mean the levels progress, Tiny will have an easier time, but at the start, that Prophet will bully him around. We see now auto attack, Q auto attack, obviously a lot of damage. There's the avalanche, but yeah, what can you do? There's the Siphon, you just need to run away. Yeah.
The Siphon is just like Death Prophet can just stand inside an avalanche, whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's too strong. We saw on the top lane, Daimos and Olsku 23 again bullying the safe laner of the enemy team, but they kinda did not give the kills, right? That was the constant for Daimos in the previous matches. He got the kills on lane and kinda just took it from there and snowballed heavily. But right now, no kills. Demolition Man is farming. Maybe not the best. Daimos is definitely on top. Basically, the whole Rekasnova core trio is on top right now. But Razor is fighting back. Razor is having some nice farm.
This is... Oh wait, we missed it.
What? He died to...
The Undying went... No, he went to... He was out of mana. He went to die at tier 2. No, he didn't. There was no Undying nearby. He just went to the tower to die and to get a refill of his mana. He only has 2 crowns so far. No boots, no regen, nothing. He had 40 mana when he died. The Clockwork has been doing something we hadn't noticed yet. I mean, hadn't pointed out. Oh man, I'm just missing everything.
Oh. Yeah, he killed the mid lane. Like the mana reset kinda paid off. Just suiciding to get that reset, tipping in, and Mochny Lazar on mid lane is not having a good time. Now dying to the roam of their 4 position.
Yeah,
like he was crazy on Tusk.
And they're going on Undying. He's got the Tombstone down.
Tombstone
huge, yeah, but this might be enough.
Like
it might be enough with this. No, it's not. It's not. This Bloodseeker needs to back off.
Not even close. Yeah, because they just knew we killed the Slutty Gandalf and then just focus Tombstone. Like Demolition Man, he has no damage yet. It wasn't there. Like Dawn Breaker, obviously super tanky, and Skyward Mage wasn't really the focus, right? And look at Dawnbreaker just free farming, and not only farm in terms of minions, he's farming champions, just being the hard carry for this team. Basically every match we got the chance to see. But here comes the Razor. He's lashed on to Snapfire. Cookie, I don't know if it's still up. A lot of damage up to Snapfire. There's the Cookie. Trying to turn it around on the Razor.
Yeah, the Razor's no way. Oh no, the Cogs!
Oh, the Cogs!
What's gonna happen here? The Clockwork's dead. The Weaver's gonna get another.
That's a double. That's a double kill for Rekasnova. It was close for a second.
Look at the Bloodseeker. Look at the Bloodseeker.
He killed Daimos.
He has
down.
haste.
The hard carry is down.
He's hasted. He's hasted. He has so much movement speed because of the Weaver and Snapfire being on 10% HP.
Yeah,
because of his passive ability. They're behind. But
there were some nice moves. Demolition Man got the kill. Like if the double kill bottom did not happen, this would be a much closer game, right? But obviously when the Weaver gets 3 kills on the bot lane, just donated because they went too ham and didn't respect the turnaround. Yeah, that's not something you wish to see if you're a Cromagnonsi fan. But Demolition Man could kinda start running away with this game. Like Bloodseeker, we all know Bloodseeker is a hard carry and he can do some awesome stuff. I mean, Tiny
He
being
does.
behind, yeah, but
Bloodseeker does have his boots finally, which will help a lot because of his passive being a percentage movement speed boost. The Skyraf is now out of mana. He has a lot of int, but there's no way he gets out of this. He has nothing. He can basically run in a straight line, but I think he has vision now. There's no escape. Demolition Man on a killing spree now. Like, this isn't over yet. Like, even despite the last hits, I don't know how net worth wise. I think the Bloodseeker is keeping up with Daimos. And oh, here we go. There's an ulti. Dawnbreaker is ruptured. They're gonna get her. She has no escape now. Although here comes Death Prophet with the Spirit Siphon.
this could be a turnaround. But the TP, yeah, that's smart. I don't think Slutty Gandalf will be as lucky. So there's a free kill for the Death Prophet. Nice rotation from her, but this gives time to always.
Yeah, no, this is you don't want to rotate as a mid laner to your off lane and only get a 5, but that's not all she's getting. She's gonna get the ulti. I mean the tower is gonna fall.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
but
at
it gives
bottom-
time, you know, to Moshni Lazar to farm back up on middle and kind of get back into the game after that death to Skyward Mage.
Yeah, that's true,
know,
but
The
Tiny
pressure is
Moshni
laid off
Lazar
him.
he's only finishing his treads now, so this is still gonna be a while before he gets an Echo Saber, Blink Dagger or something like that.
Yeah, for now, because Mochni is obviously translated into strong, right? And Lazar is his name, Strong Lazar. For now, we could call him Weak Lazar, but as the game progresses, right, he will turn into
might
the
grow into it,
Mochni
yeah.
Lazar.
He might grow into it, but oh wait, the Bloodseeker has 500 movement speed because of the kills going on in bot lane.
Yeah, important kills, but the more important thing is that the Weaver is getting them. And double kill for the Weaver is not nice. Slutty Gandalf is in big trouble. There's a DD on Daimos. Look at that auto attack damage. Avalanche might save the Undying.
Yeah, it might be
Moshni
enough.
Lazar, I don't
Well-
think this is a fight you want to fight. There was a toss.
They did get out. No, they
Yeah,
did
that's
get out.
important.
They didn't all die. They did not all die.
Yeah.
And
This is the
they're...
closest game we've seen so far, right?
Yep, definitely. Some good plays coming out of both sides. Oh no, Lazar, what are you doing? He went into
the-
Avalanche for a creep and now he's gonna get... Yep, he's gone.
That was not the fight he was looking for, right? And Razor, I don't think this is the fight you're looking for as well. You're level 5 going versus a level 8 Dead Prophet. The TP from Undying is basically wasted.
The Bloodseeker's coming in.
TPing to die. Bloodseeker is
The
coming in,
Bloodseeker's
but
coming
he's
in.
still under level. Skyward Mage, meanwhile, is having a different battle on the other side. Maybe if you could focus on the Skyward, you can get something out of it. Yeah, Demolition Man gets the speed boost. Is his ulti up. There's the TP out from the Dead Prophet. Smart. Too late from Moshni Lazar to kind of interrupt. I don't think his Blink Dagger is even close. Maybe they can kill Daimos.
Yeah, they're definitely
they're
killing
trying.
Daimos. There's a rupture.
Yeah. And that's an unstoppable Bloodseeker which can carry the game.
Definitely.
What are the
He's
what
keeping
is
up
the
in
net worth right now?
Death
What
Prophet.
is? Oh, this is strong.
Yeah.
Bloodseeker.
Yep.
This is really strong. This is a good match. Like finally we have a match that is quite comebackable, even though.
It's an even game right now. It's only a 3k lead for
It's-
Radiant. They won their lanes quite a bit, but now the mid game isn't as easy as they're used to by now. Oh no, they're going on
Yeah.
Moshni Lazar again. 3 heroes, Death Prophet ulti even. There's no way Tiny gets out of this.
No. And the problem is again, DZY. Maybe he was a bit overshadowed by Daimos in the last matches, right? But he was doing phenomenal work every game he played on the mid lane, and he's doing it right now again. Moshni Lazar not on par on his level, dying too many times, and this Dead Prophet will be a problem. But here comes the cavalry. I'm not really sure that Razor is still level 5, finally reaching level 6.
Weaver got
Bloodseeker
rushed to the
going
top.
on. Yeah, this is a problem, but here comes Daimos. Ulti, turn around. Slutty Gandalf gets destroyed. Demolition Man TPing in the last second. Ooh, this was so close. But the important thing is the safe lane remains safe, right? He needs to survive. He's the carry. He's the net worth leader for his team, and they need to rely on him to carry this match. So nice TP. Last second out, and the gold lead has increased to 5k.
And an important pickup on the Skyraf. He has an Athos now, a Rado Athos, so he's okay to kill most heroes he can find alone. The Razor is he lucky? Doesn't look like it. Nope, he's gone. Anyone the Skyraf sees with the Athos is gonna just blow up. They got 50 seconds of reprieve now, but it's gonna keep happening. No one is building anything to avoid the Athos Mystic Flare combo. The Razor doesn't have anything. He's building a BKB, but that's more wishful thinking. Bloodseeker is building a Maelstrom, and the rest don't.
You know, the problem is we don't have a natural support who would just build that force staff, right, to kind of save his carries out. Like, you don't really
the Clockwork's
want force
making
staff
one.
on. Oh,
Clockwork's making
okay,
one, but
so
he's
the
2k away.
Yeah, and you need one versus Skyway, but it's a long way 2k for a position 5, obviously.
Snapfire drawing on a map where the enemy team is, where he suspects the enemy team is, so either the triangle or their own jungle. Radiant's jungle.
Yeah, they have a deep ward, right, in the ancient spawn, and they saw the courier going down on the ward, so they kind of knew that they had to be down. Yeah, and we will see a tower getting destroyed from Cromagnonsi. That is some gold in their pocket.
And here's the smoke from Rika Snova alive. They're moving all across the map. Half of the smoke is already gone. They're waiting for the Dire to back off since they took the tier 1. It looks like, yeah, they're gonna get... If they only get the Undying, that's an okay trade for the Dire.
Yeah, obviously. You would always trade your 5 for that. But the Bloodseeker might be in trouble. No, it's the Razor that's getting...
No.
Ambush, no, it's the Clockwork in the end. In the end, the Clockwork might also not be the important target. Let's be honest. Oh, I don't think you wanted to turn that around, but there was a high chance you're dying anyway. So the lack of stuns was maybe apparent, but they get it off in the last second. And yeah, Bloodseeker, what's the counter to him? Yeah, simply don't move and TP away. He has no RCC, and you cannot move.
Yeah, it was very unlucky.
Right?
The Clockwork hookshotted the enemy team so that Tiny could TP away, but Tiny was TPing to the top tier 2 where someone already TP'd too, so it was just long enough to get Athos.
Yeah.
If he was TPing to base, he would have gotten away. Yeah, he was trying to TP top to stun the Dawnbreaker because he was TPing
You know how it is, panic TPing, you just click somewhere on the minimap, it does not matter where, you just know you need to get away, and this time clicked on the wrong tower, and Demolition Man having a good time in the jungle, having a lot of CS. Still, a 6k goal lead is no small and laughing matter for Rekasnova Live, but Demolition Man is doing a good job. Let's see where the Weaver is in terms of build, because Bloodseeker has the farming item, right? The Chain Lightning helps a lot while farming. That Prophet's items are really strong also.
Yeah, she already has a Falcon Blade and a Sange.
Yeah.
So... Oh no, the Tiny... Yeah, Tiny's gone. No escape.
There's now nobody there to help him. Silence also, the drain is enough from DZY, right? There's no chance, and now going on Slutty Gandalf. Like, this Razor is non-impactful in the game, sadly. But Dr. Demolition Man is wicked sick. We missed the kill on Daimos. That's an important kill. Just keeping
Almost
that safe lane
kill.
farmed. Yeah, meanwhile, we knew that Slutty Gandalf was in trouble. He's dead to the Skyward. And right now, Bloodseeker is top of the scoreboard in net worth. Kinda have to do God's work
finally,
here for Cromagnonsi.
Yeah, he's finally making the BKB. I mean, finally, it's the second item, but once he gets the BKB, that's the next big thing that Dire's waiting for. Once this Bloodseeker has a BKB, they can start a team fight and not just instantly die to the Skyraf flare.
Also, like that, Force Staff would help on the
Clockwork
position. Yeah, but
he does have
so
the staff already. He was okay. Oh no, no, Undying's gone. Just deleted by Skyraf.
But he can keep dying. It won't have such an impact on the match. The problem is that like we're at 16 minutes and mid lane Tiny still doesn't have a blink, and you know blink gives you no stats at all. It's basically just movement. You need it on Tiny for sure, but like this is a really late blink from Tiny, and he's trying to farm some jungle.
It is going to be impactful though. There's still enough squishy heroes here. He can go after the Skyraf. He can probably get the Weaver as well. Weaver doesn't have any HP items at the moment. He has 1k HP total.
Yeah, it's true, and we're seeing an engage on mid lane.
Oh no.
Again, Mochny Lazar seeing pretty weak right now here on the mid lane, going again down to the safe lane of all people of Reka Snova Live.
Oh no, Slatiganov's going in.
I don't know what you're doing, but it's not surviving or living. Dizzy Y is now unstoppable, just farming that support over and over again. Here's the ultimate, and now there's a big problem. Like, will they go back?
They're not going back. Maybe for the tier 3.
Yeah, that's my question. Will they push actually to the high ground with the ult, or like no? They're just going to go to the right side.
Get
going.
The 2. Oof, these are some very early tier 2 towers.
Yeah. Like this will just boost the whole team's economy so much. The gold lead is increasing, not rapidly, but it's now at 9k.
This was an arcane rune exorcism. So in another minute, Death Prophet's ready to go again.
Oh, even so that's like another bonus for Reka Snova Live.
And Death Prophet's already got the Hood of Defiance and a Sanjin. I think the courier. Is it flying out already? Yeah, here comes the Eternal Shroud.
We don't see what you're seeing on stream, sadly. Like when you
okay,
click on heroes,
yeah, I can select.
we don't see the items. Yeah.
Death Prophet has a Hood of Defiance and a Voodoo Mask and a Sanj, and she's delivering. She's finished the Eternal Shroud now, so she's very tanky. She has 2k HP. Her magic resistance is 45%, so even when Tiny gets the blink, it's not going to be enough. Tiny does have the blink now. He finally managed it.
Yeah, like the combo should be right. Tiny blinking in on a high priority target. Razor.
Bloodseeker's in trouble.
Yeah, that's the high priority target right here, and we see a free kill. Daimos coming in, and this is the revenge he was looking for, getting some nice extra gold. But yeah, like I think when Tiny got the blink, they should have grouped because Bloodseeker was strong. They couldn't make something happen. Right now, Bloodseeker died, and it's not looking so great.
Yeah, all these kills that Skyraf is getting, all these kills for Skyraf, he's basically the second offlaner almost. He's
it's really strong right now.
Very close in net worth to both the Tiny and the Razor.
And like Mochny Lazar, he got his blink, right? But there isn't really much to do with it unless Bloodseeker is with them. I think there isn't much of a kill potential, right? And even Bloodseeker's ulti, like in a straight up fight, that Prophet won't move. She'll just siphon you, and like, yeah, good luck surviving that. The Black Oni now going bot, but trying to push the tower, trying to exchange objectives, but we see that Prophet so fast, destroying that Roshan together with the whole team. No contestant there, just trying to push the tower, but they won't even get it.
They can only watch with the flare. Like they're not even on the same side of the map. This is going to be a very hard defense. The Weaver, who even if the Weaver gets ruptured, he has an Aegis. The Bloodseeker is supposed to counter the Weaver here, but with the Aegis, if they don't take a fight outside the base, they're going to have to take the fight at their base, and they're going to lose some racks because of that.
The problem is that Bloodseeker, like they need to kill the Weaver without Bloodseeker even ulting him, right? They need to save the ult for after Aegis, and that seems like an impossible task. The only redeeming factor is maybe that Prophet doesn't have ultimate, right? So that is the only redeeming factor I see right now.
Yeah, it's another 80 seconds until that, but the Aegis is up for another 4 minutes, so there's gonna be a fight with both the Aegis and that Prophet ulti. Yeah.
The problem is also that whoever Skyward catches, he can probably solo kill I mean, look at this. It's not a solo kill, but that's half HP on Moshilazar, disrupting his farm, disrupting Bloodseeker's farm, just tipping away because Bloodseeker had to, I think, also ult. Yeah, I don't know, Slutty Gandalf. A bit too slutty there for the enemy team, getting destroyed. And
yeah, the two key items, the BKB on the Bloodseeker and the Force Staff on the Clockwork, are done. But while they waited to get that, the Radiant Death Prophet is maybe getting an item? Wait, where did all the money go to? Oh, she has the shard, she bought the shard. So she's gonna, that's another CC they got. If she drains someone long enough, it's gonna fear them.
definitely, yeah, and Bloodseeker kinda was the chosen one for the Cromagnonzi. Has to be the chosen one.
He still is.
To the game.
He
Yeah,
still
he
is.
still
It might
is.
not be
but
enough.
There's a smoke play. They might catch somebody. Weaver is kinda out of
That's
position. Moshi Lazar.
Very hard to get the Weaver.
Yeah,
they have
I think
detection?
Aegis is still up, right? Yeah, Aegis is still up.
It is,
and
yeah.
like, look at those damage. Look at the damage on the Black Oni. He just needs to get away, and now the team is coming in. Demolition Man has to BKB. This is the fight they need to win. But here comes the heal from Dimos.
He could do it! Death Prophet's dead!
Still,
DP
but
is dead.
Safe lane is still alive. Safe lane is still alive. Weaver is doing damage. Bloodseeker is away from the fight. Bloodseeker is just leaving his team to die. And there's a monster kill from the Weaver, who can be a proficient late game carry. Mochni Lazar falls again. 4 for 1. Can't say it was worth it, but yeah, I think Demolition Man has to give up maybe even the high ground tower here. We shall see. Or not.
I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna push in. They don't know about the buyback status on the Dire's heroes, and it's still difficult
Yeah, I
to
mean,
push
going
into a
for
Bloodright.
You need to go for late game here, right? 13k behind. Like, Bloodseeker got the frag and survived last fight, so that is the only positive we can take from it. Rekasnova Life still got the tower, and killing that Prophet wasn't so bad. Oh my god, and if he falls now, so much work for nothing, and he falls actually to the Snapfire ulti. Sniper again traded sits for the Skyward, and now double kill for the Black Oni. Now Razor getting some farm back, and these are the moves they need to be performing to get back, but the setting is Bloodseeker died, Utranio.
Yeah, but still, like, if we open the fight recap, you can't see it. I can see it. The Bloodseeker's team got 1k gold from that. Razor earned 770 gold from that, from those two kills. So that was a positive fight for the Dire. The Radiant's not gonna get any objectives while the Bloodseeker is dead. So that's a plus. They're not really pushing the lanes. Weaver's now finally reaching something, but otherwise the lanes are standing still.
Yeah, but the Weaver.
So that wasn't as bad as it looked for the Bloodseeker there.
Yeah,
oh, it's an arcane room Weaver.
The safe lane Weaver, level 17, 15k gold net worth. He's very, very strong. And look at this, destroying the offlane Razor together with Skyward, having him to BKB. There's the Moshi Lazar going alone. Dimos, the global presence is felt. Comes back, but the Force Staff gives
the Aegis is
Lazar
gone
away. Aegis is gone. Will they dive hard for Moshi Lazar? He's slowed, he's rooted. No more Force Staff. He is also dead, and so is the Undying. No, got away. But this is a hard fight to take, right? Your mid laner is dead, your initiation is dead. There is that Prophet ulti. Kinda hard to do anything.
It's tricky. They can. The Dire doesn't have that bad of a position as it looks. They have a Clockwork with Cogs in the Bloodright and the Tombstone. So if they don't watch out, if Clockwork gets a good hookshot here.
Oh, look at the damage from Skyward. Oh my god. Just destroying the Undying on level 9. And the problem is... Oh, Kamikaze! Gets the Observer word. Got excited for nothing. Thought something more exciting happened. But the level difference right now is huge, right? Bloodseeker
there's
is
a smoke
lower
up.
level.
There's a smoke up from Dire. They're going in. They're going to search for some kills.
Effort.
No. This is the perfect time to do it because the Death Prophet ulti is gone. They don't have an Aegis. The Radiant don't feel that they're that strong. They got out, thankfully, but this is a Rijeka Nova Live is showing a lot of respect to Cromagnonsi. They only went for the tier 3. They didn't push in. They don't feel they're far enough ahead. They maybe even aren't. Oh no! They just wasted the rupture on a illusion, on the Skyraf illusion.
Yeah, even that happens, but yeah, Rijeka Nova Live showing a lot of respect, showing a lot of restraint, playing like a well-oiled machine. So for sure they are a strong team. The problem I see in my eyes is the Weaver right now. Like his net worth is more than 4k gold ahead of Bloodseeker. That's a full item. He's level 19. I think Bloodseeker is 15, maybe 16. So that's level advantage, item advantage, gold advantage, and the Weaver like late game is such a nuisance. I mean, Bloodseeker, like you said, can counter him, should counter him, but at some point you're just too far behind, right? And your mid lane is level 13, facing down stronger opponents. Basically, they're just for the initiation.
Yeah, but this is not that bad of a position. It isn't as bad as it looks. If the Dire can hook up the Tombstone, the Cogs, and the hook shot correctly with the Blood Right from Bloodseeker, this could be a very messy fight for the Radiant. It's not as
Daedalus on Weaver?
It is, yeah.
Oh.
Weaver
And
has
a
a Dragonlance
Linkensphere.
Daedalus. Yep.
That is a hard Weaver to kill, right?
Yeah. No, we still haven't fixed the hero selection.
Like, what are the spells? Like, they need somebody to break the Lincoln before Bloodseeker can really go to work on him, and there aren't so many targeted spells.
They have the Undying. They have the Undying Soul Rip, which is low cooldown. They can do that.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Yeah. Slati Gandalf
But that's
can
about
be the
it.
hero here.
Also,
Yeah.
a 4-step from Clockwork if he feels he can do it.
Yeah, but
It's not over yet, but right now,
usually he will have to use that 4-step to save whoever skyward routes, right? He's literally destroying people left and right, and to kind of try to focus on that 4-step to break the Lincoln Sphere might be a problem.
That's true, but oh no, here's the Razor. He's BKBing, so that's a BKB
He was
gone
faced
from
the
a minute
wrong
and a half.
way. Yeah, he was facing it the wrong way, so 4-step was not an option. Only BKB could have saved him, and like you said, that's a BKB gone for a minute and a half for only a skyward route. That
And ulti. And
fighting
ulti.
item down. And ulti, yeah, okay, it's true. But you would
Yeah, it's only a
change
40-second
that.
cooldown.
Yeah, like
It's
that's a good exchange.
The tier 3 defense of the Dire is very strong, but still, the more farmed the Radiant get, which is, looking at the graph, it's just slowly climbing. They're getting out farmed.
It's 20k gold, and also like the level difference. The mid laner for Cromagnonsi is the same level as the position for Skyward Mage. Like, obviously he's gonna do a lot of damage, it's no question about it, and the levels do matter in Dota, especially on heroes like Tiny. Getting that level 16 would be really nice, but yeah, getting the same levels as enemy supports is not where you want to be. Also, the offlaner is like mimicking enemy supports, now getting caught by the Skyward. Razor's movement speed is pretty high, and he dodges, gets silenced, but he did dodge the Dead Prophet, but the Dead Prophet has other ideas.
That's a nice jukes.
Oh.
That's a nice juke.
Yeah,
That takes some guts to do. To just like, oh no, I'm gonna stand here, that's it. Oh no, we missed the Weaver going after the Clockwork. It's a hook shot, but...
Did he connect that on full blind? But yeah, look at the Weaver, that's what I was talking about. The Weaver is too far ahead, like we're talking about Demolition Man, he's the safe laner, but what about the Weaver, the secondary safe laner for the enemy team? Nobody can stop him, the critical strikes on Daedalus are deadly, and yeah, even though that Prophet gets the frag, this should be enough to push the Rex. I'm pretty confident, like, with the safe lane
this
dead.
is just all 3 cores on the Radiant.
21,000 on the Weaver.
Here comes the Death Prophet ulti. She has a Heaven's Halberd as well. Razor needs to BKB just to not die. The mid-rax is
Second time
gone.
in a row.
Yeah. We'll see how they try to defend this. I don't know. Maybe there's no... Maybe they can try...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I don't really think there is much game to try here anymore. Like,
Oh, here comes
yeah,
the
sure,
Clockwork.
they're trying something. But he got Yules, he gets focused, he gets silenced, he gets basically destroyed. The Weaver is just free shooting people in the BKB.
Okay, Weaver's BKB is over. It's over. Maybe it can get Weaver now.
But Bloodseeker went top instead of on the Weaver. That was a mistake. Here comes the ulti from Daimos. Yeah, and this is all she wrote, I'm afraid. Every lane just being pushed in. Slutty Gandalf just being dead. Not so slutty anymore. And Daimos maybe the kill to kinda the sacrificial lamp here. Not even that, like they cannot get anything. The Snapfire is not enough. Being traded for the Raisin and like basically all the Rexes being pressured, all the lanes being pressured. The gold lead is now 30k. This is no laughing matter, right? Utranio and Roshan cannot be contested. Even they can again just watch Voyeur from afar, Slutty Gandalf, maybe if we even get a flare. But yeah.
Nope. Not
Flare,
Flash, but they
better
know.
for farming.
There's no point.
They know, yeah.
There's no point
And I
watching
think
Rosh
they,
die.
I think they also know that this game is over. Like Weaver cannot be stopped anymore. 22 level, right? Just super carry, Daedalus. I don't know. Like Bloodseeker just felt too far behind. Like he needed to keep up in levels and in farm, and he kind of failed that. So I mean, it's not yet over.
That's Mochny. That's Mochny Lazar's point booster gone by the Weaver.
Would it
He's
build an item?
Yeah, he's building
Or
an
was it
Aghanim.
just
No, not. He's still 1k away from the
Ah,
axe. So if he manages to get the 1k in 2 minutes, he's gonna have his Aghanim scepter completed. But I don't know
That's
how
a
much
big if, right?
I don't know how much the tree ball is gonna help him. This is
Yeah, word.
I don't know. I don't even know what to do. Okay, Razor's found the Snapfire. He's caught up BKB immediately. But
Yeah, but
how
here's
is
the
the
whip.
Snapfire so fast? How is it so fast?
Whip. She has the natural
whip.
item whip, and they see me whip.
Weaver's
they
going
see
in
me
without
hit the
fear.
cookie. Yeah, he has the
Weaver
Aegis,
has no
like,
fear.
look
He
at
was
the damage.
dusted. He was dusted and just ran in with Shikuchi. This game
It's
is over
It's
probably.
over, like, yeah, no, not just probably, just there's no chance. Look, the perfect initiation on Weaver, but yeah, nobody, he doesn't care. Like, he has the Aegis. Bloodseeker just melts to the enemy safe laner, and that Prophet just styling on them with ulti. GGs are called, and Reka Snova Live, ladies and gentlemen, takes the flawless victory 3-0, basically demolishing all teams. This, we can say it was close, but there was always like the advantage that Reka Snova had. We were talking, yeah, it might be close, Bloodseeker needs to farm, but they were not in a winning position, right? Reka Snova Live was just dominating, mid lane was so strong, Skyward Mage was unstoppable. I mean, what more can you say other than Daimos wasn't maybe the main carry this time?
This time, yeah. This time it was actually an off laner, a safe laner, and a mid laner doing their own, roughly the expected timings and roles they all are traditionally in charge of. It's just to point out, Retrox, the safe lane carry for Reka Snova, ended the game 14-0 and 11. He did not die once.
Yeah, and I don't even think there was any time when it was close. Like, yeah, Bloodseeker counters him, okay, but he did not counter him this game, right? The Weaver just had basically a free farming lane, got the Aegis early when the team fight started, like had the Daedalus, he was hitting like a truck, and he doesn't have to waste his ulti when the Aegis is up, right? He can just stand there, fight, and yeah. It's like we saw the gold lead going 5k, 6k, 10k, then it was 20k, then it was 30k. Like at 20k, you're talking about a game where if the enemy safe lane isn't on par with levels and items, there's probably not much Dota left to be played other than basically every match we got the chance to see. But here comes the race.
Yeah, there is. This was a much better game than the previous that we saw. I mean, better, sorry, longer. It did look like that Riga Snow were going to go get away again with the game, but Cromagnonsi managed to... Okay,
this is a big bottom fight, right, where they lost. Like, this was the only close fight that Weaver had to going down, and if they kill him here, maybe we were watching a different game, right? Because here we saw the Bloodseeker kill Daimos and kind of got Cromagnonsi back into the game. Daimos was strong, like Bloodseeker was getting farm. If the bottom lane fight, like let's just imagine that Razor kills Weaver, not even trading like 1-0 on the bot lane. We're talking about only Mochi Lazar being fairly behind, but the other lane is doing fine. But because of Razor dying, he was so under-leveled. He was still level 5 roaming here to the middle. Here's the
the Dawnbreaker
turn around
ulti.
on top.
It's so hard to go
strong,
on.
Right?
It's so hard to go on solo heroes here with a Dawnbreaker as a teammate. You can just turn around any fight, especially if they're in the lead. This is the fight where
BKB fight. This is the BKB timing, right, for the Militian man?
Yeah.
He got the death prophet, but it was 4 for 1. And look at him here, running away, not doing any damage. Like, he's full HP. And his teammates are being focused. I think he could just
this is maybe questionable.
Shot.
Maybe, yeah. But
yeah,
you never know. It did look a bit...
True.
They did get the death prophet, though. That was a nice... This is so much magic damage from so far away. The two supports, like... With all 4 heroes chasing them down, they barely catch them. Like, the Snapfire maybe could have escaped without the Razor there. But that's the 2 supports trading their lives for the carry.
And here we see the high ground tower being pushed. This is the time when we said they only pushed the tower and kind of paid a lot of respects to the team, not going greedy, not going for the Rex. Look at the Skyward burst damage on the Undying. I mean, Undying was not having a fun game. He was not the lane bully. You wanted him to be like... I almost kind of feel like they should have let Undying lane with Razor, focus on bullying the Weaver matchup, right? And just like have the Bloodseeker and maybe Clockwork battling it out on top. I don't know if that would be good, but like it is what it is, right?
Yeah. I mean, this was
the Weaver.
This was a good attempt at defense from the Dire at the end, but it's very hard to defend when you're 27k gold behind.
Also,
the
here was the time that I said Bloodseeker should have gone down, right? He went up, he got rooted, while Undying and Mochi Lazar both went on the Weaver. But yeah, like going on
at
the Weaver
point,
with Aegis active, yeah, it's too late.
When you're that far behind, most decisions seem like bad decisions. It's very hard to do like a good play from there.
Obviously, yeah. So Rekas Nova Life, I mean, what can we say? They kind of dominated everybody on the mid lane. There was never really nobody who could stand up to DZY. So Rekas Nova Life are our champions, if I read this correctly. So Daimos struggled a bit. First game, somebody kind of put up a fight to him, but this time we saw that we were come really, really alive in the late game. Like, he went for such an early Daedalus, and after that he was just destroying people. That double attack, you know, just getting a crit proc was crazy damage, and that Prophet obviously always strong.
Great game from both teams here. Congratulations to Rekas Nova Live on their win, and hopefully we'll see more of them in the close qualifier.
Yeah, obviously they kind of deserve this win. I mean, we went through the picks. You kind of pointed out there were some stuns missing, but they did not prove a big challenge to them, right? They kind of just went with the draft they had and they destroyed with it.
They did pick up a Dawnbreaker's last pick though, for the start.
True, okay. True, and
Yeah,
for the
but-
global presence and for the damage, right? I mean, Dawnbreaker is strong.
Yeah. But very, very convincing performance by Rikos Nova Live.
Yeah, so obviously, like you pointed out, we will see more of them in the closed qualifier. You can tune in back tomorrow for more Open CEE ESPORT1 Adriatic qualifiers powered by Intel. Special thanks to our sponsors Mimovrste and Mall.hr. I've been Savi, with me was Jutranjo, and thank you for bearing with us some of maybe not the most amazing Dota, but interesting nonetheless, right?
Yeah, and going forward, hopefully less technical issues. We'll see you soon.